I love seeing actual actors and actresses try to stream. They can't do it.
I really miss my guinea pig.
And the Oscar goes to...
They're not fast enough to, like, keep up on the grind. They have no script. No.
No, money doesn't make us feel better at all. It's the medication that comes from money.
Doesn't even make me feel better.
No, it doesn't, but it
doesn't take it away.
No, it doesn't take anything away, but it can certainly calm you down a bit.
They need a script, and me, it's like, I've been living off scripts my whole YouTube, I guess, career, you could say.
Absolutely.
Thank you, L.A. Neor. I said it wrong. Noir. Sarah Quill is a mean Hanover. British is more like this, dear.
Oh!
Would you like to be a Ferengi?
Yes. I'd be an amazing Ferengi. Why do you clothe your women?
You know they're gonna cut that, and they're gonna be like, see, look it, he's on these awful freaking drugs.
Hey folks, sometimes life can kick you in the crotch.
I just got this eviction notice that we gotta be kicked out here in the weekend. You're destructive and I'm not! I'm doing everything in my power to support.
Other times your sugar daddy can't provide for you and your worthless limp dick boyfriend.
I need G-Man. Okay, so can someone severely get me hold of G-Man?
You need an escape from reality.
How evil this person is. You guys owe me some.
You need Porkiceps.
Exactly.
Try new extra strength Porkiceps. Porkiceps, who needs dignity.
But anyway.
Or teeth.
Rev's rollies, man.
Yeah.
Hey folks, we here at Rev's Rollies care about fine quality tobacco. That's why we are introducing new Rev's Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
Rev's Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
It'll take you back to a time when you weren't living in abject misery and sorrow. A time when you weren't living in fear of a giant succubus.
Rev's Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
And coming soon, Porkiceps. Porkiceps, who needs teeth.
All right. Hello, guys. I'm just putting my phone on vibrate so we don't constantly hear the hey for my notifications. Hello. Yes, it has been a long freaking time, or a long time, as our beautiful queen will tell us. It's been a very long time. Well, no, it hasn't actually been that long of a time. My last stream I did was on my birthday, which was on the 2nd. So it's only been like 2 weeks since the last time I streamed. Anyway, hello everybody. Don't have too many people in the chat, which is fine. I don't expect too many people to be watching this. Hello guys, how you doing? How's everyone doing? We have Undead Ramen. Hi, yes, long time no whale scream. I know, it's been a while. This is gonna be good. This is, Whale Wars are on, baby. Hello, Syncopated Traveler. It's a good Sunday. So happy Sunday fun day to everybody. Happy Sunday fun day. Rizla, no, Mango and Underhaven will not be on. I haven't talked to either one of them since everything went down. And I honestly have no interest in talking to them. So, no interest, no want, no desire. So, yes, the whale. Yes, hello. We're going to be getting into the Whale Wars. Because apparently Chantal said some shit about Shani, and Shani decided to respond to it. This stream is probably going to be a little bit shorter than normal because the streams that I'm reacting to are not going to be 2 hours long. I do have Rev's little blurb. Hi, Cats. How you doing, Sweet Pea? I see you, darling. Rizzo, why not? Well, because Underhaven is a pedophile, and I don't really want that on my channel. So, however, despite, I do still have the link to the master list of U.S. resources in my description, because despite the fact that, yes, Mango was caught defending pedophilia, or defending a pedophile vehemently, I am not going to use that to deny the fact that that is a very useful resource to people who might actually need it. Glad I stayed off the Discords. Yeah, the Discords are going... My Discord is a cesspool. I love my Discord. But we are here for the Whale Wars. Apparently, like I said, Chantal said some shit to Shani, because Shani posted something about cats being spayed or something, and Foodie Beauty decided to fire shots over the bow, and Shani decided to return fire. Both Shani and Rev decided to return fire, so we're in the middle of the Whale Wars. Apparently, Chantal and Shani are no longer bestest friends forever. So let's get into this, shall we? And we are going to turn Shani's speed up, because fuck, I cannot tolerate her talking at half the speed of fucking smell. But let me turn my music back on, because I love my background song. There we go. But happy Sunday fun day to everybody. Hope you enjoy this. I hope those... I can't believe I just heard about it. Yeah, I know. Just heard about it, huh, Reza? Hello, Danny. How you doing, darling? But let's get into this, shall we?
I didn't see you.
Yeah, I see that she's talking shit about me, actually. And, I don't appreciate that, actually, that she's gonna talk shit about me when I've been very good to her. So.
Hey, Sophie.
Let's see what I actually did say.
I do find it very, very telling that Shani has that Ensure bottle front and center. Who actually believes that Ensure bottle has anything in it? It probably, if anything, has soda in it. I imagine it probably is full of Dr. Pepper. Meanwhile, I'm drinking sweet tea and enjoying my vape. Eye brownies and cleaning supplies coming from Walmart. Nice. Nice. I have to wait till I get paid. Well, yeah, it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks when you find out shit about people that you previously enjoyed. But, not discussing that today. We are discussing the Whale Wars. But I do find it kind of funny that Shani has that Ensure bottle front and center when nobody believes it's actually full of actual Ensure. It's probably full of soda pop. Probably full of Dr. Pepper. And I'm going to take a sip of my sweet tea.
Okay. So, the people who want to be smug aren't going to be quite smug anymore. I'm going to make this bigger for you guys. So, I just did a Google search about spaying cats, because I consider myself, in a lot of ways, a cat expert. I've raised cats my entire life. I have bred cats.
Okay, so you're cat expert, but you had to Google this. You had to Google this. You couldn't just remember this off the top of your head. Ugh. Sorry, I had to unplug my my headphones. But so you had to Google this. You couldn't just remember this off the top of your fucking head, even though you're a cat expert. You had to Google this, and then you had to post a screenshot of the AI overview. My brain is dead. And now in the same paragraph, you're saying that not only are you a cat expert, but you've bred cats, which means that you didn't get those cats spayed.
I have bottle-fed cats. I have taken care of cats with disabilities before. I know a lot about cats. Now, as you can see, I didn't say anything about Chantel in this post.
Yeah, you're right, Rizla. She did blow smoke in Gavin's face. But Gavin's addicted to nicotine, remember? He's addicted to nicotine. He's got to have that smoke in his face.
You tell me. What I said in this post, where I was talking about Chantal. Where was I talking about Chantal? Where did I...
Okay, I do want to clarify, though, because I did see Fat Photog's video on the Well Wars, and Chantal actually was told about this. She didn't actually see this. Her chat told her about it, and she responded from what her chat was telling her. I think Shani actually goes over that in the second part of the stream when she goes off on the video that Foodie Beauty made on her. But AI is the greatest thing to happen to humanity. Oh, goodness. Not AI pictures, though. Not AI pictures. Those things always wind up with like 6 to 8 fingers.
I fucking call her name out? Did I call her name out? No. What I did is just state fucking facts. That any son...
But you were stating facts that were based on Chantal's video that she did when she was talking about her cats and the fact that they have not spayed their cats. That's what this was in reaction to. Because, don't think that it's coincidence that you just so happened to become interested in this topic around the same time that Foodie Beauty was discussing not spaying her cats. And don't get me wrong, Foodie Beauty is like fucking horrible, but it's just funny to watch them go back and forth. It's hilarious.
Someone could do with a simple Google search. I was aiming it at those who try to fucking argue that it's okay for your female cat to be unspayed. I'm just not going to agree with that subject, and neither does science agree with that subject. As a person who's seen...
Yeah, Christina Blackfeather, listen to Rizla. Don't text and drive, damn it. It's good to see you, though, darling. I'm glad to have you. Yes, boobs. Hello, Tank Girl. How you doing, darling? Boobs. Boobs are great. Boobs are soft and warm and fluffy.
The problems cats can get when they're unspayed and not neutered. I'm going to speak up for the cats. This doesn't have anything to do with Chantal. This has to do with fucking cats.
You can speak up for the cats, but you can't speak up for your kids. Oh no, you speak up for your kids quite a bit, trying to defend your terrible parenting.
And educating people that they need to spay their female cats because they fucking suffer when they're not spayed. And if she has a problem that I'm not going to enable her bullshit sometimes, that's her fucking problem, not mine. I'm not talking shit about her. I'm just stating fucking facts. Okay? Facts are not hate. Okay, what is hate is saying I was an abusive mother and a neglectful mother. That's
not hate either. That's facts. You were an abusive and neglectful mother. And she'll say this, I want to say, in the next part of the stream after we do our Djibouti Debs break. She'll sit there and claim, I never hit my kids. Neglect is still abuse, Shani. You can neglect your kids, and that's still considered abuse. Fun fact with Shaw of Thirst.
Is hate. You know why it's hate? Because it's not fucking true. Okay, I'm a disabled woman who can barely fucking take care of herself. How the fuck? I need nurses to take care of me. How the fuck am I supposed to take care of my kids when I can't even take care of myself?
There are lots of women around the world who have debilitating disabilities, who are even in wheelchairs, who still take care of their kids. They have children. There are women who have, like, progressive debilitating diseases like MS. Like I said, I've said this before, I have MS myself. I was diagnosed with it in November last year. I don't have the progressive type, so it's not going to keep getting worse, but I do have remitting relapsing. But There are women who have the progressive type of MS or who have different other disabilities, different other diseases that are not their fault. There are women who have cancer, going through cancer treatments, and they're still taking care of their fucking kids. But some reason you're so disabled with your arthritis and the fact that you're like 600 pounds that you can't take care of your kids. You can't even wipe your own ass.
You fucking asshole! I put my sons in a home with a beautiful woman who could properly take care of my sons because I just couldn't fucking do it anymore.
Yeah, after they lived through their usefulness. It was much easier for you to be able to garner donations from people when you had two young children to take care of. When you could use the line, "Oh, I'm just a single mother. I have two young children, two young boys to take care of." That was much easier when they were younger, but now that they're starting to get older, it's a lot harder for you to be able to use them as a way to get donations from people. Not that that has stopped you. There are plenty of people who have come out now these days that said that they gave you money under the assumption that you still had your children. When you would go online talking about how, you have your boys. You constantly talked about them like you still had custody of your kids. And it wasn't until later that these people found out you didn't have custody of your kids anymore. They weren't living in the same house. You had given up your parental rights to them. You had basically abandoned them. So they really outlived their usefulness to you. That's what it was. They were 2 extra mouths to feed, taking calories away from you. Not many though, because the boys were found to be underweight, but they took away calories from you. And that was why you decided, and also the fact that the CPS is basically saying it's either them or Jason. And you picked Jason over your 2 children.
I'm too sick. I'm so sick of these motherfucking people coming to me saying I'm abusive and I'm neglective because I gave my boys to a woman to help take care of them because I can't fucking do that. I was told by medical professionals you need to put your children in a place where they can function better. You need to go and you need to get your kids in foster care. I was told by social workers to do it. And not only that, my boys wanted it because they deserve to have proper care because their mother can't physically do it.
It says something about your level of loving care to your children when your children choose to go into foster care over being with their mother. It says something about that. That's a telling thing. That is a very telling thing. When your children decide for themselves that they want to go into foster care rather than remaining with their mother, someone that they know, someone that they've grown up with, they would much rather be taken care of by strangers, because at the time that the children were taken away, they didn't know who they were going to. They just knew they were going into the foster care system. They didn't know who they were going to. But they chose to be taken care of by strangers rather than remaining with their mother. Very fucking telling, Shani.
And not only that, I want my mods to block anyone who's talking shit about me being a mother and my fucking kids. I love my children. I talk to my sons every day.
I'm going to press a huge, giant, Shani-sized X to doubt on that. I highly doubt that you talk to your kids every fucking day. I highly doubt that you've had contact with them since they went into foster care. Because one of the stipulations for you to have physical visitations with your children was that you had to take a drug test. And you couldn't so much as piss in a fucking cup to be able to physically see your children. So you're going to have to excuse me if I doubt that you are this wonderful mother who is talking to your kids every day.
It's not bullshit and it's not being lazy. That's your lies, not mine.
No, you are lazy. Shanny, and this is funny because Foodie Beauty actually posted these pictures up on her community tab after Shanny did all these videos firing shots at her. Which, you know, Foodie Beauty deserves. Foodie Beauty deserves all the shots. But, we saw the state of the Colorado apartment. We saw the state that it was left in, where William was sleeping on the fucking floor on dirty, disgusting sheets. And when people brought up the dirty sheets, you and Jason just kind of brushed it off. You're like, oh, that's just because he's dirty. That's because he's filthy. That is on you, Shanny. That is not on anybody else. That is not on your son. It is up to you to teach your son how to wash his fucking sheets. I'm not saying anything about him sleeping on the floor because, you know, sometimes people just, you know, they don't want a bed frame for some odd reason. But some people actually do choose to sleep on a mattress on the floor. I mean, it could be that they offered to get him a bed because the youngest one, the youngest one I don't even think even had a proper bed frame. I want to say he was on like a folding cot with an air mattress on top of it. People saw that, Shanny. The walkthrough, that kind of disgusting filth that was in that walkthrough could not have been accomplished in the few hours between you guys leaving and them putting up those videos, or them doing that walkthrough with Dragnot. That kind of filth, the mold in the fridge, could not have been done in the few hours where that apartment was empty, where that townhome was empty. It couldn't have been done. There's no way. So you're trying to make people believe that you were not a neglectful, abusive parent, where at the same time, people have seen your fucking apartment. Seen the townhome.
Cats shouldn't be spayed until they're adults, and your cat's gonna have a lot of problems. Your cat's gonna be more susceptible to cancers. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Thank you, Asia. Then you actually did something right because people saw they were suffering. It's not easy to just suck it up and take care of your kids. Hear if someone give their children away for them. I talk to my children. I love my children. They are my sons. They come from my body. And you're gonna talk shit about me and my kids when all I do is mention some fucking facts about cats? Fuck you. Fuck you, Chantel, you fat fucking bitch.
Oh, damn. We getting some good Shanny rage. Oh, God, I love this. Oh, this is the Shanny that I love. This is the Shanny that I love to react to, is when she goes into these rages. Oh, it's so good.
With the fucking excuses about the fucking food. Oh, I need to have my snacks. I need to have my snacks. I need to go and eat. People need to eat. Then eat properly.
There's actually a cooking stream out there. I want to say Burnt Toast has it on her channel, or maybe XX Archive has it on her channel too. In her Shanny Can't Cook videos, in her Shanny Can't Cook playlist, where Shanny was cooking herself a breakfast sandwich, and one of her children, we don't know who it was, we don't know if it was William, we don't know if it's Zachary, one of her children came into the kitchen and said they were hungry and wanted to know if they could have one too, and she told them, no, I'm having me time, or something to that. I'd have to find the stream and look up the clip, but her child walks into her kitchen while she is cooking and says, hey, mommy, I'm hungry. Can I have some food too? And she says, no, I'm having me time. That's neglect, Shanny. That is neglect. You are denying that child food. And you wonder why people run with the theory that the boys were underweight, while you balloon to astronomical size while you were allegedly living in poverty in Pennsylvania. You wonder why that, because people can point back to streams like that, which are still up on the internet. Just because you deleted that channel does not mean those. There are some streams that have been lost to time, unfortunately, that people were unable to grab before the channel went down, but you've been documented, Shani. Your Kiwi Farms thread right now is going nuts over this whole whale wars between you and Chantal. I should know, I browse Kiwi Farms. I like Kiwi Farms. Yes, they are terrible people, and, you know, but a lot of times they have the best information on cows, so. Shani is worse than Foodie. Yeah, she's worse than Foodie. Like I said, on the trinity of horrible fat girls, which goes from ALR to Chantal to Shani, Shani's definitely on the bottom rung. I would say Chantal's barely above Shani, and ALR's barely above Foodie Beauty. So.
Or shut the fuck up about this diet and shit. Because what you're doing is you're damaging people, and you're giving false information out to people who are actually trying to fucking fix their lives. There's me talking shit to you now, Chantal. Because you had to bring up my kids. Like a cunt. Like a fucking bitch. All you do is fucking eat, Chantal. You don't try to take care of yourself. You're on a fucking diet for 2 days that we know of. While you're getting chips every couple days. Getting chocolate.
Who are you to talk about anybody's fucking eating habits, Shani? You're huge. Who are you to talk about anybody's fucking eating habits? I mean, I can't talk about anybody's eating habits either. I eat nothing but junk, which is why I'm 320 pounds. But I at least sit there and I don't sit there and say, oh, I'm only fat because I have MS, or I have, I don't, you know, I can't move around as much as I used to because all this, you know, debilitating diseases that I have. I'm just like, I like food and I don't like exercises, so I'm fat as fuck. I'm at least someone who goes, yeah, I'm fat. It's because I overeat and I don't walk. I don't do exercises like I should. I'm lazy. I fully admit that. I am a lazy fat fuck. But I don't use it as an I don't use health issues as an excuse. Like you do. Like Chantal does. Like ALR does. I just say, hey, I like food. I don't like exercising. I'm a fat ass fuck. Big fucking deal.
Slathering all your food in fucking cream, cheese, butter. You want to talk about fucking shit and neglect. You neglect your own ass. Every day you're neglecting your ass. Every day you're not taking care of yourself. Every day you're giving your audience excuse after excuse and after excuse and giving people who have actual problems false information and putting their lives in danger. You want to talk about weight loss while consuming 3,000 fucking milligrams of sodium? And say that you're going to lose weight? You're never going to lose weight if you're consuming that much sodium, bitch. You're never going to lose weight.
Shani, it's not just the sodium, it's also the fucking calories. In order to lose weight, you need to burn more calories than you consume. Which again is why I'm a fat fuck. But you need to burn more calories than you consume. If you consume 3,000 calories a day, you need to burn more than 3,000 calories a day in order for those calories not to be deposited into fat. So it's not just the sodium. You're talking about just sodium. No, it's also calories. You have to watch your calorie intake. You have to watch all kinds of intakes when you're trying to lose weight. Which is why the low to no carb diet is usually the one that's very popular on shows like My 600 Pound Life. Because those carbs do not get converted into fat if you do not consume them.
You're never gonna lose weight as long as you keep shoving fucking chips down your throat. You're never gonna lose weight when you just walk for 2 days and like, I don't want to do it anymore. It's just too hard.
I love how Shani's not even bothering to cover up the fact that she's still in the same fucking recliner anymore. I want to say in one of her streams, someone mentioned this on her Kiwi Farms thread. I want to say in one of her streams, someone actually commented that she was in the same recliner that she was in the uncle's house that she's always been in. And she said, yeah, I'm in the same kind of recliner. What of it? It just tells us, bitch, that you and Jason are still in the same fucking house. Because I highly doubt that you or the imaginary people that you called to move you are going to pick up that giant smelly ass fucking recliner and carry it out the door. It's very, very unlikely. Especially since you were saying that you were having to go in a hurry. You were talking about, you know, how the camera wouldn't fit in your bag, even though you're using the same fucking camera that you've always used. You're using the microphone that you've always used. You were saying how you couldn't fit the camera in your bag, but somehow you managed to get that giant ass fucking recliner out of the house. Yeah, okay, that makes absolutely zero sense.
Bitch, you know what's hard? Dying. That's hard. And I was just trying to be nice. I was just like, okay, she's giving false information. Let me go and try to give some facts. So maybe she can change from her fucking ways. Do you? Do you even try? Other than a couple fucking days? No, you fucking don't. You don't even try. And then you talk shit about me because I'm giving facts about fucking cats. Talk shit about my children. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm going through shit, but at least I'm trying to fix myself and not fucking give all these excuses on.
Oh, thank you for the PayPal, Sophie. You're such a sweetheart. I don't see any message though, but thank you for the PayPal, Sophie. You're awesome.
Why I need to continue to eat? I'm not giving those excuses out. God damn.
No, you just deny it. You just deny the fact that you eat quite a bit. That you have only gotten bigger in size while Jason has continued to get skinnier and skinnier as the time goes on. You just completely deny it and ignore it.
You can say I'm a bad mother all you want, but my sons aren't going to say I'm a bad mother.
Shani, I don't want your kids to say anything on the situation because I don't want them fucking involved. I don't want to hear anything from your kids. I was pissed when you made William record that call where he was defending you and Jason from G-Man. I was fucking pissed because even though you were sitting there trying to excuse it by saying, oh yeah, he just wanted to he decided to defend us. You're his mother. You should be protecting him. You should be, again, like I said, when you put out that video, you should be the one saying, no, you don't need to do this. Let me deal with this online drama myself. Let me deal with this shit myself. You don't need to be involved. I don't want to hear fucking shit from your kids because they've been through enough and they need to be left the fuck alone. They need to be, just let them fade into irrelevancy. Let them just fade into the darkness. Let them fade into the shadows. Ignore people when they mention your kids. Do not make them feel compelled to defend you. They don't need to be involved. They don't need to do anything. They just need to live their fucking lives. And to forget about this entire era of their, which will be hard. It probably will never go away, but I wish they could. I wish someone could just wipe it from their memory. Let them forget about this entire era of their life. But unfortunately, a lot of the abuse that they suffered, a lot of the neglect that they suffered happened during their formative years. Years that normally shape a person into their adulthood. I don't want to hear from your kids. I don't want them to tell me if you were a good mother, if you were a bad mother, if you were anything. I just want them to be left the fuck alone. The only thing I would ever want to hear from your kids is someone else saying, yeah, I talked to them, they're doing fine. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know where they are. I don't need to know what they're doing. I don't need to know how old they are, who they're dating, whatever. I don't need to know any of that. The only thing that I would ever want to know is from a third-party source saying, yeah, I talked to the kids. They're doing fine. They're doing okay. They're thriving. That's all I need to know. That's it. Hi, Ginny.
They thank me that I put them in that home. They thank me that I helped give them to a woman to help take care of them. They thank me for that. But you want to give all your ignorant fucking shit and bullshit about it. Oh, she's neglectful. She's abusive. I never hit my kids. I don't hit my kids. You don't even fucking know what abuse is about. You don't even know what abuse is. Ugh. Ooh. Okay, you saw those.
Okay, so this stream was the one where she mentioned that she doesn't hit her kids. Again, Shani, you don't have to physically assault someone to abuse them. There is different types of abuse. Neglect is one of those abuses. There's also psychological abuse. There's also emotional abuse. There's even financial abuse, which tends to happen to mostly elderly or disabled adults when someone takes advantage. You committed financial abuse against Jason when you took advantage of him in a vulnerable state while he was wet-brained, and you got control of all of his finances, and you fired his financial advisor. You fired them because Shani knows better. You committed financial abuse against Jason. You've committed physical abuse against numerous of your partners. And there is a 911 call that I don't know where it is. It was floating around YouTube for a while. I can't remember where it was. I want to say Burnt Toast had it. Where one of your neighbors called 911 and was saying that they could hear screaming, yelling, crying, begging, and thumping noises as if something was being thrown. Here's the kicker though, Shani. Jason wasn't at the apartment at the time. The neighbors made sure to mention that in the call. That Jason, at the time that this call was going on, was not in the apartment at the time. So the only people you could have been doing that to is your children. I will come out to say there was no actual physical evidence that Shani has ever physically abused her children. But there is evidence out there that she has psychologically and even threatened her children. There was one stream where she muted herself, but you could read her lips. And she muted herself because one of her kids walked in the room. And she was doing like this whole spiel about how she's such a victim and everything else. She muted herself, but people read her lips. And she was saying shit like, you better shut that fucking door or I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, you fucking brat. What? And you want to say that there's no evidence of you being abusive to your children? That is abusive to your children. That is very fucking abusive to you. And now I will say that, yes, Mama Shaw has threatened to beat my fucking ass when I was a kid. But especially if that was the autistic child, which many people do believe that was the autistic child. That's very fucking abusive to someone who already has a neurological condition, behavioral condition. Very fucking abusive. But, you know, there's no evidence of her being abused. If you guys would like evidence of Shani's abuse, I actually do have a video on my channel. It's from, I want to say, the 1-year anniversary of the kids being removed from Shani's care. And it shows some of Shani's phenomenal parenting.
Living conditions. Doesn't that tell you that there's a fucking problem? Doesn't that tell you that someone's having a hard time?
No, it tells me that you were too lazy to teach your children how to clean up after themselves. Because at the time that you guys were in that Colorado apartment, the boys were old enough to be able to do chores around the house. You could have at least taught William how to wash his fucking sheets. And how to wash his fucking body, too. You could have taught your children not to piss in the fucking corners. of their room. You could have taught your children that. But you chose not to because you're hands-off parenting. I'm going to let them be who they're going to be.
Trying to get things done. But not only that, I've said so many fucking times about that one video where people broke in my house when I was over state lines. I told you they ransacked my house. And what the proof is that is my previous cooking videos where everything was fucking spotless.
I have gone over your cooking videos on my own channel. I've watched Burnt Toast and Jules go over your cooking videos. I've watched your cooking videos. That house was in no way spotless. My stove is an electric stove, is a glass top electric stove, and it is over 10 years old at least, at the very least. My stove, my stove looks cleaner than yours. I've taken pictures of it where I was cooking, I was doing some ribs using a recipe from my World of Warcraft cookbook because yes, I am that big of a World of Warcraft nerd. I do have the cookbook. It has some very delicious recipes in it, I'll tell you that much. But I've taken pictures of my stove and my oven when I was doing those ribs. A 10-year-old stove and oven looks in better shape and condition than yours, which was brand fucking new when you moved into that townhome. Your kitchen was in no way spotless. Not to mention the fact that you had a bag of fucking garbage in your fucking sink because you were too lazy to go put it in the overflowing garbage can. People didn't have to ransack your fucking house. It was already ransacked by you.
Fucking assholes. Why am I yelling? Because I'm PMSing and I'm pissed. That people out...
Oh, there we go. Shani mentioned period stuff, so now it's time for me to give you Shaw's morning shit report. This morning my shit was well formed. It was a lovely brown color. I want to say it was more of a traditional brown color. Not quite the sienna brown, but more of a traditional brown color. It was also well formed, and it came up pretty easily. I did not feel like I was offering to Cthulhu. So it was definitely an offering to the porcelain goddess and not the call of Cthulhu in my bowels. So it was very easy, very nice. It felt very nice to be emptied out this morning. So there you go. Shaw's morning shit report.
Always have to start shit with me when I do shit to them. I don't give a shit what people say about me being a mother. What I give a shit about... And possibly, Godless, you can go away with your fake ass.
Well, I mean, obviously, considering the fact that you did this entire fucking stream raging at Foodie Beauty, you obviously do care what people say about you as a parent. You really do care. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing this entire rage stream about it. And this isn't the only rage stream that she does. Like I said, in the second part of the stream, after we have our Djibouti Dubs breaks, we're going to go over the stream where she actually responds to Foodie Beauty's video itself.
You know I don't like you. Why do you even come in here?
Oh yes, Sophie, it was a single splashdown event.
My sons did not piss on mattresses. I did not lose my kids due to bad parenting or neglect.
Yes, you did.
I gave them to be taken care of.
You abandoned your kids, basically. You abandoned your children for baby carrot and drugs. Just admit it, Shani. People have abandoned their kids for that for ages. Just admit it. Just say you're a terrible parent and get it over with.
I inserted myself into this? Oh, by making a post about female cats being spayed and neutered? That's me fucking involving myself in her? What the fuck are you talking about? My mom's an abusive fucking bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? She lied about everything. What motherfucking goes on the internet and talks shit about her child?
The type of mother, and I have actually gone over both Betty's solo video and the video that both her and Joe did. Both Betty and Joe did. Now, I will not say that Betty and Joe are good people. They're not perfect. But Shani was going on the attack against them for a long time before they decided to make those videos in defense of themselves. Now, do I think they should have stayed out of the drama? Abso-fucking-lutely. They were both elderly people that had many health issues. They didn't contribute to anything. Everybody kind of assumed that Shani was in no way abused when she was a child. But I have gone over both of their videos, and I honestly believe the word of them over Shani, because Shani has lied so fucking much over her YouTube quote-unquote career. She has lied so fucking much. I trust the word of Betty and Joe, especially Joe, over Shani herself.
No good mother does that. Being poor is not neglect. No, it's not.
Being poor is not neglect at all, but leaving your child to sleep on dirty, rotten sheets on a filthy mattress most definitely is neglect. Not denying your child food when he comes down and says, "Hey mom, I'm hungry, can I have a sandwich too?" That is definitely fucking neglect. Having all of the food next to you so your children have to constantly come and ask you for it is definitely fucking neglect. You left and closing yourself in your room for hours on end, or doing live streams in the fucking stairwell, because especially later on in Colorado, when Shani would do her raging streams, there was actually a room on the bottom floor, and you could see it in the walkthrough video, where Shani had a very nice computer desk and a gaming chair and all this other shit set up. There was a room dedicated to her doing her streaming, but yet her and Jason chose to do their streams in the fucking stairwell, going from the top floor to the middle floor where the living space was. The youngest child, if he was up in his room at the time, could not leave his room to come downstairs while those two were streaming, because they were like, no, go back to your room. You can't be seen on the stream. That child was essentially locked on that floor while you two were streaming, because you two chucklefucks couldn't be arsed to go downstairs to the room that's actually dedicated for fucking streaming. He couldn't go down into the living space. He was basically confined to his fucking room for no reason other than the fact that you were streaming in the fucking stairwell. And if he was down in the living space and wanted to come up to his room, he couldn't. He would have to stay wherever he was at the time you decided to start your stream. He would have to stay wherever he was, whether it be in the second floor living area or on the third floor in his room. That was where he was confined to while you two streamed. That is fucking neglect. God damn it.
No, hussy, you're not blocked. I'm gonna try to calm down now. I said what I needed to say. I wasn't talking about Chantal. I was talking about a topic of how dangerous it is for your cat if you don't spay them. No, I didn't eat food before my kids. What mother would do that? They only say that because I'm fat. No, I didn't. You're missing my words, what I said.
No. We say that because there was especially, and even now, there was a noticeable, Jason looked emaciated, which is why he gets the nickname Emaciated House Elf. Everybody in that house, other than you and the cats, because they ate food that was not fit for humans, other than you and the cats, everybody else in the house got skinny and skinnier while you just ballooned in size. You can go back and look at streams from when they first got to Pennsylvania and then later on their Pennsylvania adventure, and you can see the noticeable expansion of the roundness of Shani's face in those streams. she ballooned in size while everybody else in the house was getting skinnier and skinnier. So that kind of tells me who was consuming the calories in the house, Shani. Because you have, in order for you to just maintain, not even gain, just to maintain the weight that you were at when you got to Pennsylvania, you would have to consume thousands upon thousands upon thousands of calories. So it definitely tells us, based on science, since you want to base everything on science, it tells us based on science where all the calories in the house was going to. If you kept getting bigger and bigger, it was all going to you.
I said, get the hell off my channel. But nah, man, let's start a fight. What do you mean Ensure is not good for me? What the fuck are you talking about? Ensure isn't good for me. It's a meal supplement when you can't eat. It's full of vitamins. You know how much, and you could go and say, the sugars. Do you know per meal, you're supposed to have 30 to 40 grams of carbs. 30 to 40. Guess what? This Ensure bottle only has 19 grams, so it ain't gonna spike my freaking blood sugars. You don't know what you are talking about.
Then why is it whenever people go on to My 600 Pound Life and Dr. Now gives his diet, it is a very, very low carb diet? There's one YouTuber I love to follow. I love watching his reactions because he was a 600 pound person. Some of you may know him, Shauna Steele. Absolutely love his channel. I love watching his reactions to My 600 Pound Life as someone who used to be 600 pounds. He said that he's actually said in one of his more recent reactions that even up to this day after his surgery, he still is consuming mostly meat. He's starting to add vegetables, which have starches and carbs in them, to his diet. But for the longest time, he was consuming mostly protein, mostly meat, which is a low carb diet is very, recommended for someone who's trying to lose weight. So even those 19 carbs in that Ensure would not be part of a low carb or no carb diet. So sucks to be you.
Exactly, Lacey. Exactly. All right? You go on your channel talking shit about me when I said nothing about you. Trust me, honey, it's not a good look when all I'm doing is stating science and you get all pissy about it. Okay? You don't like how you look. You don't like how you feel. A lot of people come to you and try to help you, give you advice, and you turn around and call it hate, get pissy on them, and treat them like...
So do you, Shani. This is projection. This is so much fucking projection because you do the exact same fucking thing. People have tried to help you. Government officials have tried to help you. You want to sing the praises of Adult Protective Services now, but when you guys were living in the crack house motel, someone called Protective Services because you asked them to, and you guys got pissed off because instead of just giving you money or setting you up in the house, instead they gave you resources, they gave you knowledge, they gave you pamphlets and papers to show you how to get low-cost housing and how to find a fucking job. You guys at the time didn't want help. You wanted a handout. You're the same fucking way now. You don't want help. You want a handout. You want people to pay you to breathe.
Like they didn't even do anything for you. First of all, Chantel, I've done a lot for you. I've given you a lot of fucking money before, and you've given me nothing. You don't give people nothing when they're struggling, Chantel. You give...
She's not required to. She's not fucking required to do anything for you, bitch.
People nothing. You know not what charity is.
Neither do you. Neither do you. charity is not something you expect to be repaid for. When you give someone something as a charitable thing, it's not something you expect to be repaid for. I've given money to people, and I don't expect them to pay me back at all. If I give you money, unless it is agreed upon before I give you that money that it is going to be paid back, I don't expect a repayment for it. I don't expect you to give anything to me in return. It doesn't matter if you never give me a single goddamn thing. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, well, I gave you $30 once. I'm not going to throw that back in your face. If I give to like a charitable organization like the Trevor Project or the Pink Fund, which is 2 charity events I did this past year. In fact, I actually just recently did the Pink Fund, the Gnome Run. But if I give money to those charitable organizations, I don't expect those charitable organizations to pay me back. Obviously, you don't know what charity is either, bitch.
I've supported you over the years. Regardless of the shit you've tried to say about me, I've supported you. But I am not going to enable you over your fucking bullshit. I'm not an enabler. You can call this hate all you want, but I'm not an enabler. Yes, I'm on Ozempic. I'm not an enabler. I'm not an enabler.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to be an enabler when you yourself are being enabled. So, guess what, Shani? I'm not an enabler. I'm not an enabler. I'm not going to enable your bullshit.
Do you know, Chantel, you could disagree with someone and still be their fucking friend? Did you know someone could say opposite facts that you're trying to pull and still be your friend? Maybe I was just trying to educate you on something.
Educate us, Shani. Educate us using the Google AI overview.
Maybe I was sick of seeing bullshit fucking people saying it's okay not to spay your cat. Maybe it's that. When I know how fucking dangerous it is for a cat. Maybe it's that. You're never gonna change, Chantel. That's one thing the hater channel's got on you, is you're never gonna change. You do this cycle of, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, la 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 la. You're on it for 2 days, then fast food hole, snack hole, and then it goes back to the, I'm not gonna do any weight loss content anymore.
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about you, except for the fact that you never started doing weight loss content, so you now are claiming that you're going to lose weight, but time will tell. The truth is in the pudding, and you are made of pudding. So, maybe there is some truth in there. I don't know. But you have not changed at all. You don't even really go well, you kind of do go through cycles. You do this thing where you do something stupid, you get called out for it, you do retaliations for a while, and then you say, oh, well, this is just not good for my mental health. I'm going to quit YouTube. And then you come back to YouTube just a few days to a few weeks later. There was one time where you and Jason managed to stay off of YouTube and off of social media for, I want to say about 3 weeks. And then you guys were back. That's why I always tell people when you sit there and say, oh, well, I'm deleting my channel, I'm going off YouTube, I'm leaving forever, or when your channel gets shut down by something else. That's why I always tell people, don't freak out, she'll be back. She always comes back. You're like William Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's. You always come back.
Okay? What I said is supported by science. What you did was a personal dig due to your fucking ignorance, because you don't like being told the truth. Instead, you...
Oh, don't you know, Sophie? There's been a rash of cat explosions from unspayed and unneutered cats. I will say, though, if you have a tomcat, do neuter him. Unless he's an outdoor cat, neuter his fucking ass as soon as you can. As soon as those balls drop, you neuter his fucking ass, because he will piss all over everything.
You want to fucking lie about it. She was too old to get spayed. Liar. Liar. talk shit about me, bitch.
Okay, if your cat is getting to the stage where they are elderly, then maybe you don't want to put him through the strain of going through a major surgery. It is a much bigger surgery for a female cat to get spayed than it is for a male cat to get neutered. It is a much bigger surgery, much riskier surgery. If Millie, for example, Millie's already been spayed. She was spayed when she was younger. She had 2 litters of puppies, and then we decided to spay her because my ex-husband couldn't tolerate getting rid of the puppies. He wanted to keep all the puppies. But if Millie was not already spayed, if she was not spayed, she's 14 years old. I'm not going to put her through the strain and the stress of going through a major fucking surgery like that at 14 years old. That's the reason why I don't clip her nails myself, because she likes to fight. And it stresses her out when we clip her nails at home. So I have professionals do it. I take her to a vet where they clip her nails for $6. I need to make an appointment for her to go and have her nails clipped, but she's 14 years old. I'm not going to, if she wasn't already spayed, I'm not going to put her through the strain and the stress of a major fucking surgery when she is already an elderly dog. I mean, yes, she sometimes has the energy of a puppy, but I do know that she's 14 and she's starting to, age as a dog does. I'm not going to put her through that. So if your cat is already an elderly cat, no. They obviously are fine. And they're not going to explode, as Sophie said, in the next 5 minutes from not being spayed. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'll make my whole channel about you if you want me to. I'll be worse than FFG if you want me to. So keep talking your shit. I'll analyze the shit out of your videos, and I'll say everything you're doing fucking wrong. Would you want that? Since you want to start shit with me? When all I'm doing is just trying to educate people on a topic that has nothing to do with you. It was a topic that bothered me. Not you, the topic. Too much misinformation going out there.
So you, the cat expert, instead of coming on, maybe making an educational video or something like that, you decided to make a community tab post where you took a screenshot of the Google AI overview of why you should spay your cat. But you're a cat expert. Okay. All right. Sure.
You don't want to spay your cat? Fine. Then you're going to have to watch your cat die of cancer. Because you just...
If her cat is already older, if her cat is already an elderly cat, dying of cancer is not going to... It's not going to make too much of a big difference. Jesus fucking Christ, Shani. Fuck.
Decided to be neglectful of your pet and let her suffer. Bitch. Peace and Maranatha. Fuck Chantal. Fuck her.
Fuck Chantal. Fuck her. You wish you could. We're going to take this back down to normal because we're going to be getting into Jason's video. Hi, Pecan. Hi, Pecan Pie. Julie is an old... Also, hi. Hello, darling. I don't know too much about Foodie Beauty. I'm not in the entirety of Girl World. I know more about ALR than I do Foodie Beauty. Yeah, she's throwing out the gang signals. Yeah, gang signs. What's up? But, yeah, I don't know too much about Foodie Beauty, so I don't know about her cats or anything. I don't know their health. I know she's an abusive pet owner. I know that much. So it's the pot calling the kettle black, but at the same time, she was spouting some truths about Shani abusing her kids. So,
Hey guys.
hi, Jason. Guys, for those of you who don't know, this comes from a channel called Even Irrelevancy. The channel is linked down in the description box below. Definitely go check them out. They're the ones that mostly archive Jason stuff. So while Graveyard Flowers is a great resource for getting Shani stuff, Even Irrelevancy is a great place to get Jason shit. So,
What's up? Revelation News, JWE, the Reverend Jason William Egroff here. something came to
Pretending like you were not in the same house by streaming at a different time of day.
my attention today.
Because Shani was yelling about it.
Because I pay attention to Shani's content. I'm a mod on her channel and everything.
You're sitting in the room right next to her when she does these rage streams. If not sitting next to her entirely. Because the way she has it cropped, you can't see where Jason used to sit. Jason very well could be sitting in that computer chair that he normally sits in while they were streaming before. So chances are he was sitting right fucking next to her.
Because we split amicably. I'm going to keep saying that. And I still love her.
You guys haven't.
So something came
You guys haven't split. That eye roll tells me everything.
to my attention today. Chantal, so I have been nothing but kind to you. Blessed your husband that's into fucking scat porn and shitting on Christian women and putting his disgusting Muslim shit ballsack on crucifixes around people's necks and jizzing on Bibles in front of them.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to yuck on somebody's yum. I'm not into scat or any of that other shit that Salad is apparently into. But who are you to talk? We've heard Shani rage about the porn that you watch. Which I'm not going to diss porn. I watch porn. Big fucking... My ex-husband used to watch porn. Big fucking deal. But we've heard Shani rage about the type of porn that you watch. So you're not one to really talk about someone else's kinks. The only kinks I will ever diss someone for is if they are into animals or kids. Really. Other than that, whatever you want to do between two consenting adults, have fun. If you want to pretend like you're being raped by your boyfriend, have fun. That's just an extreme form of BDSM. If it's consensual. I'm not into consent. I'm not into non-consensual sex. But if it's consensual, and you sit there and say, yeah, I want to pretend like you're just going to jump me in the... Yeah, you want to jump me in the forest and pretend to rape me? Let's go. Come on. Come on, hottie. Yeah, that's something I can get into. But non-consensual rape porn, no. Shit that you would find on... If I can find it on the clear web, and it's professionally done, then yeah, I'll watch the fuck out of it. But if it's something that is on the dark web and does not look professionally done, that shit's sketchy as fuck. I'm not watching that. I'm not beating off to it. I'm not flicking my bean to it. But yeah, there's a mental image for you. Just imagine Shaw flicking her bean. There you go.
I heard that your disgusting fat ass.
Yes, the Harkness
said that
test.
I let's just say used my foot to strike my son.
Oh yeah, he actually did admit he gets off wiping Shani's ass. Yes. Yes, Tank Girl, informed consent is the key. Let's not forget, people, that Shani is actually a rapist. She's a rapist, as well as an abuser. She raped this very emaciated house elf that is in front of us now, because she went online and she bragged about having sex with Jason while he was extremely wet-brained. And when people brought up the fact that he was extremely wet-brained and therefore was not in any type of condition to make any type of informed consent, she said that his dick got hard. That was the consent that she needed. Now reverse the situation. Let's say a boyfriend comes online and starts bragging about having sex with his mentally deranged partner. And when people bring up the fact that his partner is in no way able to give informed consent, his excuse is, well, she was wet. Think about all the times that, I'm not saying that, either scenario is good. I'm just saying reverse the sexes and you'll see the outrage. That's why I'm so outraged about the fact that Shani had sex with Jason while he was under extreme mental duress, while he was wet-brained extremely, to the point where he couldn't even form full fucking sentences at the time. There's a very good video that shows a very clear example of Jason while he was in the deep throes of wet brain, and that was the infamous Harley and Joker Halloween one, where Shani was dressed up as Harley, very terribly, by the way. And she panned over, and Jason is on the couch, wiggling around like a fucking infant, dressed up as the Joker, and barely able to make a coherent fucking sentence. That was the type of condition that he was in when Shani was bragging about the fact that she was having sex with him still. So, yeah, natural reaction is not conformed consent. Someone needs to give Rev a sock. Set that poor house elf free. I know, he does. Yeah, can't trust the day. Men wake up with hard dicks sometimes. It's called morning wood. Is that consent? Does that mean that every old man in the nursing home can be fucked by their CNAs because they wake up with a hard dick? No, not at all. So, yeah.
False, you fat cunt. Do you hear me? You won't find any report of anything like that in any police report or anything because that didn't fucking happen.
But here's the thing, Jason. You said it happened. You and Shani both came online and said that you kicked the autistic child, the youngest child. You came online and said that you kicked him. It's not in a police report. No, I will admit that. It is not in the police report at all. But you came online and the videos are still out there. The videos are on the archive channels of you admitting that you kicked the child. Of Shani saying that you kicked the child. They're there, Jason. You can try to ignore them. You can try to deny it. You can delete everything that you want to delete. They're still there. Those videos are still there. They're on, I want to say XXD Archive has some where Shani was around the time that, Jason was in jail, of Shani sitting there saying that, oh yeah, Jason kicked, Jason's in jail because he kicked my son. There are videos of Jason saying, yeah, I remember kicking Zachary, which is why I say I repented. You not remember your repentance stream? You are a child abusing asshole, Jason. You can try and deny that to the moon and stars, but it's not going to change the fact that you said those words.
Fat twat. God bless everybody.
First, your ass is backed up. Now,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the CashApp channel, we are going into the Djibouti dubs break, so I'm going to pause the music for now. We'll bring it back. But we're going to go into our Djibouti dubs breaks, and both of these are going to involve toilets because we're going to need a strong one to carry all the shit that's being spewed these days on these streams. So let's get into our Djibouti dubs breaks. Feel free to get up, take a stretch, take a piss, go get a drink, go get something to eat, do whatever you need to do. You have probably about 5 minutes of these Djibouti dubs breaks, so let's go into them now, and we will be back after these messages.
first your ass is backed up. Now the toilet's backed up. And if you're not gonna have the right attitude about it, fuck it, I'll just shit on you. Hi, Anthony Sullivan here with the pushover plunge. Now check this shit out. We got all this blue shit in here. That's cool, but guess what? I got this pushover plunge. Just grab it from the top and give it all you got. And there you have it. Clean as a whistle. It doesn't take a fucking genius. You push down and you get 25 times more pressure. The pushover plunge is going to work with any size toilet, any size clog, any size shit. I don't care, it's going down. If you don't do anything, it'll just overflow. And churning the dookie butter doesn't help either. That shit's disgusting. It's time to keep it clean and sanitary, so you never have to touch that shitty water ever again. And it fits in your pocket. Shit anywhere. It's another typical dinner at the Garcia family fiesta. All they did was eat bean burritos, and they clogged that shit up. It's not going anywhere. It's time to use the pushover plunge and get that shit out of there in seconds. Is your toilet backed up and being stubborn just like your girlfriend? Well, no more. Just grab her by the back of the head and...
So I've always been self-conscious of using public restrooms and I always clog the toilet. But ever since I've been using the pushover plunge, I could bring it with me wherever I need to. I'm gonna need it right now. How many toilets did I break back in my day? Several, but now I have the pushover plunge, so... Who am I kidding? They break anyways. Yes. Pooping's always been a problem for me. Plumbers just can't handle my pipes. But with the pushover plunge, I can poop as hard as I want, and it feels so good.
Get ready to start plunging your shit down the toilet for just $10. But I know what you're thinking. You shit twice as much, so I'll double the value. You'll shit everywhere. Upstairs, downstairs, at your friend's house, in and out house. Djibouti dubs, motherfucker.
You tired of your toilets looking like this? Billy Mays here with another fantastic product, and it's not that. This is what it is. It's the Never Scrubber. That's right, the Never Scrubber. Comes out, look at that, fucking brand new. It installs in seconds, and no tools are involved. Nothing but your bare hands and tons of shit. Check it out, how it cleans. Always cleaning all the time. Look at that, no shit. That's right. Look at this. It cleans before, during, and after. Let's take a look at this. Removing everyday stains using my Never Scrubber. Look at that, brand new. And it has a refillable unit. That's right, no more scrubbing. It always cleans. Look at that. And look at this, check this out. Fills the bowl, not the tank. The continuous cleaning is continuously cleaning under the rim, around the bowl, and in the water. That's right, you fit it in once, it cleans for months. Nothing cleans like my Never Scrubber, even when the kids gotta take shits.
I used to take all my shits in here, but now I'm taking them in here, and it never damages my tank parts.
I used to love taking shits, but now, check this out. Fucking put this shit on here, plug it in here, then I get the other one, plug it in there, and it's done.
As a woman that loves taking shits but hates cleaning up afterwards, I use the Never Scrub and flush the toilet 5 times. Bitch.
No more using this piece of shit, and it's time to use my piece of shit. Because with the power of the Never Scrubber, you'll never have to scrub ever again. That's right, the Never Scrubber. It's got the Billy Mays guarantee.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the Shaw of Thirst channel, we are back. Now, this one actually is coming from Shani's channel, but don't worry, even if she deletes it, I have downloaded it for posterity. But this is actually coming from Shani's actual channel because, unfortunately, Graveyard Flowers has not uploaded her archive of it, but I do have it. So even if Shani decides to delete this in the middle of my fucking stream, guess what? It doesn't matter. I have it. But anyway, we're going to get started on the second part of the stream. This is Mama Bear's KO. She big mad, hashtag foodie beauty. And let me just see, this is actually Shani's channel. It streamed 1 day ago, so this was yesterday. One bad thing about watching this from Shani's actual, and yes, I do have an oatmeal cream pie, because fat ass. But one bad thing about viewing this from Shani's channel is the fact that all the starting all the starting soon shit isn't cut out. Let's see, do I have this? No, I do not have this turned up.
What's up, my folks? What's up, my folks? How's you doing? What's going on? Okay.
I'm doing pretty good. I have an oatmeal cream pie, and I have sweet tea, and I have my vape, so I'm doing pretty damn good. So, tell us all about it, Shani.
So... We got the beezers beezing, but no, you're gonna spread lies in my chat. You're gonna be nixed from my chat. Just remember that. Just remember that. So Foodie Beauty decided to go and expose me last night over something that happened almost 5 years ago in 2020. When my house was broken into, when I was over state lines in Colorado, and people ransacked my house and took pictures of the house, and then they got in trouble with the law over it. But we're not going to go in that because...
Nobody got into trouble, Shani. Nobody. And it was only like 2 people that did walkthrough videos. Yeah, cream pies. Yum yum. Oatmeal cream pies. You know, I love those cream pies, Tubian. But anybody who's been in my server knows. Not safe for life. No, Shani, only 2 people actually went into your house and they did walkthrough videos. And those 2 people nobody ever got into trouble with the law. Yes, the police did come out because you were a dumbass and you called the police there after there was a video, and people have the video of you and Jason saying that people could come into your house and take your shit. Take whatever you had left there. Nobody got arrested. Nobody even got fined or in trouble. All they were told was get permission from the apartment complex, because they showed them the video where you and Jason were saying, you know, anybody can come in, get whatever shit they wanted to. The cops just said, hey, just make sure that you get, permission from the apartment complex first, and then they were let go. They were questioned by police, but nobody was arrested. Nobody was even, I don't want to say nobody was even detained, really. They were told, just make sure that you get written permission from the apartment complex to be in the apartment, since you guys no longer had any type of ownership. You guys didn't have ownership over that place in the first place because it was being rented from the apartment complex. The apartment complex has final say over everything. That was all they were told. Nobody got into trouble. And nobody ransacked your fucking apartment. Jesus fucking Christ.
The reaction channels decided to go and lie about it for years. And I never stood up for myself. That's why I get that amount of hate I did, because I never stood up for myself, but not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. See, I learned something. I'm not gonna take shit from anyone anymore. Not Jason, not the trolls, not Foodie Beauty, goddamn no one.
This is again another part of your cycle, Shani. You will say that. You'll sit there and say, I'm not taking shit from anybody. But then you feel the need to respond to everything, which is why the trolls continue to come to your channel and poke at you, because they know they're going to get a reaction out of you. If you give them milk, they're going to continue to try and milk you. Jesus fucking Christ.
No one. You're gonna say I'm a lie, you're gonna be blocked too, because I'm not lying. And you're gonna be blocked too for lying. Are you gonna derail my chat? I can turn off the chat if you want, so you guys can listen. You want me to do that? You want me to turn off the chat? You want me to turn off the chat? I'll turn off the chat if you want.
Well, someone is a sensitive little bitch. Someone's very sensitive.
I'll turn off the chat if you want.
That is such a cow move. That is such a cow move. You guys aren't saying things that I like you to say, so I'm gonna turn off the chat.
Alright. Alright. Yes, Yale, I do see you. Alright. Mimi Pondu, I'm gonna mess this up for everyone. Mimi Pondu. Is it Mimi Pondu Foodie Beauty? I'll let you win. I'm not gonna block you, girl.
But yet she still does Foodie Beauty's rat-faced little smile. That is something that she adopted from watching so much Foodie Beauty, is that she adopted that little scrunch nose rat-faced smile that she does. But she still does it, even though she hates Foodie Beauty so much.
Alright. Alright. Heart to you.
Is it too loud, Sophie? Is it too loud? Is the music too loud? Please let me know. Please, guys, please let me know so I can turn it down.
Is it Kaylee? My artistic son, learn how to spell first. But you're just going to continue spreading that. Keep spreading it. I don't care. Things were done and said out of anger a long time ago. And this shit has been going over and over and over and over and over and over again for years.
it's been going on and on over and over again for years because you can, and that's a pause screen right there. Just her slow-eyed, just, you know, eyes barely open. That's a pause screen right there if I ever saw one. But Shanny, in fact, I'm actually going to take a quick screenshot. Because that's a screenshot right there. That is screenshot worthy. But Shanny, the reason why people keep going over and over and over things is because you continue to repeat the same behavior that you did before. You don't learn anything. You don't actually repent for shit. Repentance means that you try your best and you do not do the same behavior that you did before. You continue to do that. That's why people keep bringing up shit from your past, because you continue to do that behavior. It is a cycle of behavior.
All right. Thank you, Kaylee. Now, apparently, someone wants to be glib. Someone wants to be a little smartass, and someone wants to put this veil of piousness on her. You got no piousness. Let there be peace? Uh-huh. So, let's start this monstrosity.
The music is actually just like generic, it's called D&D/tabletop copyright free music. It's from PG and Music. It's a playlist on Spotify. But, I don't usually try to play Christmas music until after Thanksgiving. That's usually when I do my whole Christmas setup. So you guys will get pink and generic D&D tabletop music until after Thanksgiving.
With her stupid fucking thing she's played for years and her stupid cameo, where she's being very cringy. Are you done being cringy? No, she's not done being cringy. She's just going to continue being cringy. With her filters, trying to look thinner than what she is. I use no filters. See, Booty? I use no filters. Thank you, Lenny. She did make a video about me.
Yeah, we can tell you don't use filters, Shanny. Maybe you should try some.
I guess I pissed her off. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with pissing you off, bitch. Let me move mine.
Hey, look, I don't control what's actually played in this playlist. It's just a playlist.
Maya. A little closer. Ooh. Let me see if this is the right, yeah, this is the ball. It'll work. We'll put the CC on, because, you know, meh. Turn this down to the volume I need to, so it doesn't overlay. Her points about you were invalid. She's just mad. I know she's mad. She doesn't like the fact that people are calling her out over her cat, which I...
Hush, you Canadian wolf. Love you, Sophie.
I had nothing to do with, but she's gonna put me in the group because, you know, I said something. Uh-huh. Nice to know. Nice to know. I really don't fucking care. I need to pour me some ginger ale. I've been having some nausea because I'm actually, you know, thinking about my health and actually doing the Ozempic. Unlike Foodie Beauty here, because she didn't want to do the Ozempic because it literally causes you it's not comfortable.
Oh yeah, I have absolutely no doubt, Hammer of Dawn, that this is just a distraction tactic. Because people were still talking about the fact that, you know, Shanny is still in the same... Sorry, excuse me. I had cream pies and sweet tea. But that Shanny still has the same setup as she did when she was allegedly, quote-unquote, with Jason. So I have no doubt that this is actually nothing more than a distraction tactic to try and distract people from the fact that her and Jason are not in separate places. But... yeah, and I also think she's doing it for attention. She's trying to get Chantal's attention. She got Chantal's attention, and now we get whale wars, so.
If you eat a lot of sugar or fatty foods, it'll make you throw up. That's why she quit being on Ozempic. Because food is more important than her own fucking health.
Pot calling the kettle black. Ring, ring, Hold on. Wait a second, guys. I got a phone call. Hello? Yes? Yes. Well, she's not here, but I can deliver the message. Okay. Alright, let me just write it down. Alright. That, and that, and that. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, I think I got it, and I will definitely give her the message. Thank you. Shani, that was, Mr. Pot. He was calling you Mrs. Kettle for some odd reason. But he says you're black!
Okay? I didn't draw no first blood. Alright? I know she's using me as a scapegoat, and that's okay. She can use me as a scapegoat all she wants. She's the one who's neglecting her cat. She's the one who wants to continue to let her cat suffer. She's the one who's putting her cat at risks for some serious diseases. Peppermint tea is great for nausea. I got yesterday this ginger tea that was celestial seasonings with probiotics. It's delicious. You don't have to add sugar or anything like that, or any sweetener. It's fine the way it is. By the way, this is a 0 sugar, ginger ale, because I, unlike her, take my health seriously.
I'm gonna need to see the bottle that came out of. And not only will I need to see the bottle, I'll need you to get a fresh bottle of it, open it on stream, and then pour yourself a glass and drink it, for me to believe that is 0 sugar ginger ale. I will need to see the bottle, and I will need to see you open a fresh bottle. So that way I know it has not been tampered with and other soda has not replaced it. Because I just have these big doubts about you drinking 0 sugar anything. Anything at all. Because you could have drunk, there is actually a 0 sugar Dr. Pepper out there. You could have been drinking that. But no, every single time we saw a Dr. Pepper bottle, it was a full-blown, non-diet, sugar-filled Dr. Pepper. So, you're gonna have to show me the fucking bottle, Shani. And you're gonna have to open a fresh bottle on stream and then drink some of it for me to believe that you are consuming anything that does not have sugar.
Dramamine is, speaking of Dramamine, I have it right here. I got this Dramamine, and then I got this Advanced Herbals, Advanced Herbals for nausea, ginger chews. Okay? That's how serious Ozempic is. Alright? I can't eat potatoes on it. I can't eat rice on it. I can't really have a lot of pasta on it, or I will vom.
But I am going to say, I honestly do doubt that Shani is still taking her Ozempic. I think she probably did the first dose, realized all the shit that she couldn't eat, and much like Foodie Beauty, she quit it. But she's not going to admit that she quit it, because then she would have to admit the fact that she would choose food over her health. But again, the proof will be in the appearance. Right now, her face is still as round as normal. She still has her multiple chins. I mean, I can say this much, Shani. I am a fat ass fucking bitch, but at least I still have a fucking neck. Okay?
You saw the pics of how my cats were took care of? Yeah, you don't understand. I kept saying that it's been ransacked, but you can continue with this lie that was perpetrated on me for 5 years. Okay? This isn't new news. This is old news. This is 5-year-old news that was introduced to you stupid asses. Alright? Alright? If you want to bring up my shit from 5 years ago. Alright? And by the way, if you're diabetic, the amount of rice you should have is half a cup of rice, not 2 cups like this stupid ass wants to say. See, I've been kind of getting mad at her for about a month and a half, actually, over the bullshit misinformation she wants to go and put on people over food and diet and shit like that.
Shani, everybody on the planet knows you do not go to Chantal for diet advice. Just like you don't go to you for any type of advice whatsoever. Whether it be dietary, whether it be financial, whether it be anything like that. You don't go to you don't go to Foodie. I'm going to say this here. You don't go to people on the fucking internet for any type of health, financial, or any type of advice like that. I wouldn't even say for, you know, like mental care. Don't go to anybody on the internet for advice. You go to your doctor. You go to your therapist. You go to a nutritionalist. Because they are professionals in their field. That's who you go to if you want any type of advice on anything, really. I mean, you can get, like, you know, normal advice from, like, you know, someone like your parent or a trusted advisor, something like that. Someone who has experience in that field. But if it's something that concerns your health or your well-being or anything, go to your fucking doctor.
I don't do the misinformation thing. What's up, Dashing? How are you, baby? So we're gonna continue on with this shit. Play the vid on my part? Yeah, because I don't give a shit about FFG or any of these fucking women. So I'm gonna try to play. I want to see what she has to say.
It's super easy. Cameos also make great birthday or special occasion gifts about what I eat, my weight, my body. So people on the internet like to get on my case on the daily about what I eat, my weight, my body, etc., etc. More.
I don't. I never have gotten on your weight or your body. So why are you putting me in the category of these ladies? That's what I want to know.
More specifically, there is no group on the internet who loves to talk about my weight and eating habits more than the degenerate reaction channels of Gore World.
But I'm not a reaction channel of Gore World, but yet you put me in the category. Why is that? Why is that? Dash in love? That wasn't dried up cat feces. It was shit from my freezer.
No, we saw the inside of that fucking cat box. It definitely was dried up cat feces. And it spread on the bathroom floor. That was not just shit from your fucking fridge. Again, I will reiterate, the type of damage that was done to that apartment, that townhome, could not have been done in the few hours between you leaving and those two starting up their walkthrough videos. Or those two, in one case, it was actually streaming to Dragnot. That damage couldn't have happened. There's no way. That requires weeks of something sitting there, drying out. You cannot fabricate that type of damage in a few hours.
Alright. You can go away. Dashton, do me a favor. Block anyone who talks shit about my sons. Anything. Because they're just going to spread lies right now. So if you could block them, that'd be nice, my love. Because I'm not going to let people lie about my sons like that. How dare you always bring up people's kids.
I had to mute myself to sneeze.
When the fact is, Foodie, what have you done to your kids? Your 2 pregnancies you had. You want to talk about parenting and bad parenting while you nix it out of existence and then whine why you can't have kids. There's a reason God took away your womb.
How fucking dare you, Shani? You are supposed to... You have marketed yourself as this liberated woman who believes that women should be able to make their own choices with their own bodies. And yet here you are, shaming somebody for getting an abortion. Or getting 2 abortions. Maybe instead of doing like you, Chantal realized, which, I mean, I'm not saying that Chantal has any type of self-reflection at all, but I'm just saying, sometimes women realize that they should not have kids for whatever reason. I have decided, you know, when I turned around 35, that I should not have, that it was not in the cards for me to have kids. I should not have kids. When I was married in my early 30s, yes, me and my ex-husband were trying to have children, but that never came around. And now that I'm 42, I'm actually glad that I didn't have kids, because I'm not the type of person that needs to be a mom. I don't think I would make a very good mother. Personally, I'm selfish. I'm a little bit selfish. A lot of bit selfish. But maybe Foodie realized that she shouldn't have kids. And instead of having those kids and then forcing them to live in an environment with that was not conducive to a healthy upbringing like you did, she decided to have those abortions. And again, you and Jason both went on and on about Roe v. Wade being overturned by the Supreme Court. You guys were talking about how it's a terrible day for women. And yet, you're on here shaming somebody else for having an abortion. That is very... You need to make like a spreadsheet of your opinions at the time and decide which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to get rid of, and just actually no, I don't do that. Continue on the course, because it's very amusing to see you contradict yourself every fucking day.
I'm not a clout chaser, but you can continue on and say that stupid ass shit. I don't need to fucking chase clout. I got my own. Back to Foodie. Now you're being nasty. Am I being nasty? I don't give a fuck if I'm being nasty to her. She talked about my kids. She talked about me. We're just talking.
Oh, see you later, Christina. See you later, darling. You have a good sleep. Sad that you have to sell the magic cards, but you guys have a good day. Hope you and your wife have a good one. Go get some good sleep, darling.
Talking about cats being spayed. I don't give a shit anymore. I didn't intend to get sick. I didn't intend to not be able to do the things that I'm supposed to do as a mother. A bunch of people say, at least she aborted her kids instead of raising them and them struggling. Oh, really? So me, not knowing I was gonna get sick, I should have killed my kids? What the fuck is wrong with you, you evil son of a bitches? I don't give a shit about what Rev says. I'm not Rev. Oh, shame, shame, shame. I don't give a shit. She shames mothers and children all the time. All the time she shames mothers and children. And I can't stand up and say something how I feel about it.
You had no issue. No issue. You did not... You've never gotten this worked up about Foodie Beauty talking about anybody else's kids. About YouTube Underground's kids, about any FFG's kids, if she has any, I don't know. I don't follow that sphere of girl world. But you have not felt the need to defend mothers and children when it was her talking about somebody else. But when you're brought up, when your parenting or lack thereof is brought up, all of a sudden you feel this gigantic, huge need, this desire, this overwhelming urge to get online and defend mothers and kids. Okay. All right. Sure.
Fuck you.
You are probably asking yourself, well, Foodie Beauty, you also talk about your eating habits and weight online, and they're merely reacting. So what's the problem? Well, dear zombie audience of these reaction channels, who all collectively share one.
I'm not part of these reaction channels. I'm not part of Girl World.
Brain cell, I'm glad you asked.
Collectively share one brain cell. Oh, shame on me for shaming her, huh?
Oh! Shani can't figure out her OBS.
Still shorty boo-boo girl. If anyone's talking shit about me, you can block them, disrespecting my audience and shit. Okay? What happened to do unto others? Jesus Christ gave me authority to trample over scorpions and snakes. Do you need to see the scripture? So if she's stinging me, I have every authority under Jesus Christ to trample her ass. And she bringing up my kids. I can't defend my kids. I can't defend myself over me being a mother. Fuck you too.
Tell you what is wrong with them criticizing my weight and eating habits.
I don't criticize your weight and eating habits.
You just did! You just did! Before we went to our Djibouti Dubs breaks, in that first stream that we watched, you were definitely criticizing Chantal's weight and eating habits. You were definitely criticizing it. You were sitting there saying, oh, well, you'll go on a diet for like, what, 2 days that we know of? And then, oh, here's a chip haul, here's a snack haul. Shanny, you're doing the exact same fucking thing. Fuck. Well, I mean, I don't know if that rolling over on a Foodie Beauty would help Undead Ramen. That'd be like two boulders trying to crush each other.
And you know what? Maybe people need to criticize your weight and eating habits. Stop acting like you're some victim when you fucking popped off at me. For just talking about cats needing to be spayed.
Yeah, it's all about Shanny. It's all about fucking Shanny. And again, and I don't know if she's gonna go over the first video that Foodie Beauty did where the subject was first brought up. But like I said, Foodie Beauty did not actually see the community tab post that Shanny made about spaying and neutering cats. She was told about it by her audience. Again, there's a Fat Photog video. His channel is linked down in the description below as well. He did a very good job of summarizing events. But she didn't read the community tab post. She didn't read your community tab post and decide to pop off at you. Other people in her chat brought it up. And she was going off of what other people were saying. Now, obviously, you don't trust what everybody in the chat says. I love my chat, so I trust everything that they say. Everything that they say. They can tell me the sky is green and the grass is blue, and I would believe them because my chat is awesome. But you don't believe everything that people in your chat say.
First off, they offer no valid criticism. All they do is spew hate and self-projection.
Criticism, hate, and self-projection? No, I don't. What am I self-projecting right now? I'm telling you to stop your fucking shit going after parents and their children, which you do quite frequently, and it pisses me the fuck off because for 5 fucking years, that's been happening to me, and then you bring that shit up. I mean, this very title, Obese Women Being Hypocrites. You're a hypocrite!
Again, pot, meat, kettle. You're both black. The sky is yellow. Okay, thank you for correcting me, traveler.
You should forgive and bless thy enemy? Stop telling me how to frickin' utilize my faith, first of all.
That's how you talk? That's exactly how you talk when you go into your preacher mode. She's in Shaniqua mode right now, guys. Shaniqua is being channeled. You are seeing Shaniqua right now. But when you go into Pastor Shanny mode, that's what you talk about. That's what you tell reaction channels to do. People who react to your content. Shouldn't we? If you're a true Christian, you should love your enemy. You should bless your enemy. You shouldn't be doing this to your enemy. You shouldn't be talking negatively about your enemy. They're throwing your words back at you, bitch.
I'll forgive when I'm ready to forgive her. When she says sorry. How can you forgive someone when they don't say sorry? My God.
Water isn't wet? Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Let's start with Yabba from the YouTube Underground.
I don't care about
This
Yabba.
reactor. Right.
Is that a
Comparison.
Where am I?
Wife, Samantha, right? Wanting a
You're still
Snickers?
on Yabba. Fucking talking shit about
Don't
Yabba.
wear it.
Probably talking about her kids too.
Shit, and move on.
There you go.
Or stops wearing it, you know?
I'm confused. Why? Right. Let's cleanse our palates from that shit and move on to another hypocrite.
How am I a hypocrite?
Beautiful screenshot, by the way, Chantal.
Oh, you're
Beautiful.
gonna tell me Shanny for Satan? What you do? Get this information from G-Man, a fucking liar and stalker of mine? So let me get this. You're talking shit about all these reaction channels and how they talk shit about you while going to my reaction channels who talk shit and lie about me.
She could have gotten that from anybody. She could have seen the documentary that Cecil McFly did, which is how a lot of people in this community got introduced to you, at least the newer people. I'm one of those people. When I first found out about you, it was through the Cecil McFly documentary because I follow Cecil McFly. She's amazing. I love her. I wish she'd do more videos. But maybe she got it from Cecil McFly. Maybe she got it from Irate Alex. Why is it always got to come back to G-Man? Is it because G-Man's constantly on your mind now since you're quote-unquote broken up? You want that chocolate. But that chocolate is only interested in the vanilla cream pie that is the Emaciated House Elf.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
Guys, am I going to take a screenshot of a screenshot? Yes, I am. I'm going to take a screenshot of a screenshot. Because that is beautiful. That's just beautiful.
Ain't that something? Weather guy, go to hell, man. I don't give a shit if I'm not being very Christian right now. Guess what? I'm not a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that I am saved by His grace and His grace alone. I don't like being part of Christians because they're hypocritical pieces of shit who just want to judge people and put them in a little fucking box and say, you're never going to go to heaven.
Oh, kind of like what you did with your brother when he came out as gay. Is that it, Shani? Kind of like what you did with your brother? I mean, because if I remember my Shaniology correctly, when your brother came out as gay, that was exactly what you told him, that he was not going to go to heaven because he was gay.
You know what G-Man lied about. Everything.
Hey, Mr. Fear. How you doing, honey?
Thank you, Deanne Rose. My ride and die. My ride and die. I was going to be Foodie's ride and die until she brought up my kids.
You and Foodie Beauty have gone back and forth so many times. You've hated her, you've loved her, you hated her, you've loved her, you hated her. It's a very love-hate relationship you have with a parasocial relationship you have with Foodie Beauty. Because I remember many times where you were commenting on her apartment in Kuwait. When she first moved to Kuwait, she was showing off her little apartment. And you were talking about, oh, you could tell she's so miserable there. She's just going to be miserable in that tiny little apartment. Instead of being in Canada. She needs to go back to Canada. But yet, she's not allowed to comment on your shit. You're allowed to comment on her shit all you want. But she's not allowed to comment on yours. Especially when you have this big blow-up thing about her when she made a few comments during a live stream about you. Fuck.
This woman has too much of a history to go over, such as child neglect, making OnlyFans content while her autistic son is in the other room.
I don't have any history of child neglect, actually.
Yes, you do. You can try to give me that little sassy head to the side look all you want to. There's ample evidence on the archive channels of your abuse of your children. You laughed in your son's face when all he wanted you to do was not tell his life online. When he just wanted you to stop talking about him while you were doing live streams. The video is there. I want to say it's either on Fat Courtney Love or the Fundy Archive. One of the two, the older archives. But, yeah, she's in Kuwait. I know. But, yeah, Foodie Beauty, I don't think she's in Kuwait right now. I think she's somewhere else. I don't know. I don't follow Foodie Beauty that closely. But I know that at one point she had to go to another country. People think it's because she cannot secure a permanent resident status in Kuwait. She has to leave every now and then, go to another country or go back to Canada and then come back to Kuwait. So that's my understanding of it. I don't know if I'm right or not. Don't care. I don't follow Foodie Beauty. But, fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, there's ample evidence of you being neglectful.
None. What I do have a history of is people claiming child neglect and calling CPS, and then CPS coming over and seeing that nothing that they said was true. You know how FFG harasses you, bitch? Guess what? People do that to me too, but you gotta throw that in. What was the other one? Oh yeah, making OnlyFans content with her autistic son in the other room. You know parents have sex in their bedroom, right? What difference does it make if it's on a recorded or it's recorded? Okay? At nighttime, I'm gonna have sex.
You weren't doing that at nighttime, though. You were doing that in the middle of the fucking day. One of your kids knocked on the door while you two were making your OnlyFans content, and Jason yelled, "Filming in progress." You made that while your kids were home. It's not about you having sex with... I don't care if you just have sex at night in your bedroom with your husband. That doesn't matter. My parents have done that. Shoot, there's actually a really funny story. When I was a teenager, me and my brother were home. I want to say it was like a Saturday or something, but we were home. We weren't at school. And we actually could hear our parents having sex. And we were, like I said, we were older teenagers. I want to say my brother was 17. I was about 15, 16 years old. And we started calling commentary through the wall. Because we lived in a mobile home, and anybody who's ever lived in a mobile home knows the walls are very thin. That's why they're mobile. The walls are very thin, so you can hear shit through the walls. We could hear them having sex through the walls. We started calling commentary back through the living room wall. And we could hear that they were laughing so hard. And then, like, a few minutes later, they came back out, and my dad was just like, "You little fuckers." And we're just like, "What? You expect us to do something different?" But you were making that content while your kids were home, and they were still pretty young. And your son knocked on the door, and Jason yelled, "Filming in progress." You guys didn't stop to check and see what the child needed. You just yelled, "Filming in progress! Filming in progress!" Fuck.
I just want to know all the parents out here. How many parents have had sex in their bedroom when the bedroom's next to their child? Raise your hand. How many parents have had sex in their bedroom with their child?
But you, not only were you filming it in the middle of the day while your kids were at home and awake to hear you, you guys were making outrageous fucking sounds, and then you were also putting this shit online. And not only were you putting it online, you were also doing advertisements for your OnlyFans on your channel. Need I remind you, a channel that not only did your sons know about, but they were mods for. Dragnuts talked about this. That her children were mods in her chat on her original Shanny for Christ channel. So you were doing advertisements for your OnlyFans on your channel, on your YouTube channel, that your children not only knew about, but were mods for. Jesus fucking Christ.
Child in the bedroom next to them. How many parents? How many parents? Come on, raise your hand. If you had sex when your child was in the household, raise your hand. Come on. Come on. We damn well know we've all had sex with our children in our households. The fact that she wants to shame me for OnlyFans when she's done OnlyFans too is really fucking dumb. Or how she likes to say, the R word.
Retarded, or as I like to call you, rapist. Because you are.
Dumbass.
And also taking back the man who abused her autistic child after he got out of jail for doing so. But
See, they say abuse. They always say abuse. He hit him. He hit him for doing something he wasn't doing during a bipolar episode.
I don't give a fucking shit about what kind of episode Jason was having when he struck the child. I don't even care how he struck the child. He could have done like my mom does and smacked him on the back of the head like she used to do. She used to call them brain dusters. But like I said, I grew up in the 80s, so it's a lot different. But he could have just done that, and I wouldn't have given two flying fucks. He is still a child-abusing piece of shit. He is still a child-abusing piece of shit, and the fact that you took him back just after he got out of jail. The day he got out of jail, you had him back in that fucking house. You had him back in that fucking house. You weren't just, like dating him or he was living somewhere else and you were living somewhere else. No, you did the same exact bullshit that you're doing right now, where you two, for a couple of weeks, or not even a couple of weeks, not even a fucking week, you two were pretending that you two were in separate locations when you were actually just in the same location. You took him back the same fucking day he got out of jail. You had him back in that fucking house and you were fucking him in the room right next to where your kids were sleeping. Or right next to where your kids weren't even sleeping. It was the middle of the fucking day again. You seem to like daytime sex a lot, Shani. But you took him back. You didn't wait to see if the medication he was on would help even out his mood. You couldn't even wait for that. No, you needed that baby carrot dick. You needed that baby carrot fucking dick. You picked your baby carrot dick over the welfare of your children. After your children had been heard on a live stream that you did on Instagram, crying about the idea of Jason coming back into the house after he was released from jail. They were crying, saying they didn't want him back in the house, but you took him back in the house the same fucking day he got out of jail. The same fucking day. You're no mama bear. You're not a mama bear. A true mama bear would have broken Jason in half for hitting her kids. A true mama bear would have told him, you kick rocks. You get out of jail, I don't give a fuck where you go. You go to hell for all I care. You hit my child. That is what a true mama bear does. You're no mama bear.
It was a mental health problem. He was in jail for 13 days. I wasn't intending to get back with him. At all. And I'm not with him anymore.
Both instances I'm going to call a big old bullshit. 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 You're still in the same fucking house, Shani. You can put that cardboard box over the windows all you want to. You're still in the same fucking house. You're still in the same fucking residence. Just because you two decide to live stream at different times or make videos at different times and you decide to make them in two different areas of the house does not mean that you were in the same house. What I would need in order to know that you two are not in the same house is for you two to do a live stream at the same time. At the same fucking time in the house. Jason would need to sit in that formal dining room where you guys had that set up at. He would need to do his live stream right there at the same time that you're doing a live stream. It has to be a live stream, not a recorded video. Has to be a live stream. That is the only way I will believe that you are not currently sitting in that formal dining room right now. In the same nasty ass fucking recliner that you have gotten all your shit all over. It's the only way. The only way.
Okay, I took him back because he sincerely said sorry and had me look at his medical papers and all of that stuff and show me that it wasn't actually really his fault because he can go into psychotic moments in his life.
Then why would you take him back? If it's someone who is psychotic enough to strike out at your child because of an argument that you two got into, and that is in the police report. You two got into an argument over a fucking movie. And depending on whether you listen to Shani or you read the police report, either Shani threw his Magic the Gathering cards all over the place or she threw a bag of Tostitos at his back. Whichever one you want to believe. I personally believe the police report. But he then took that argument that you two had, went into your child's bedroom and struck your child. Why in the fuck would you take him back? Knowing he was that fucking volatile. Knowing he was that fucking violent. Knowing that he would take an argument that you two had, a fight that you two had, and turn it onto one of your children who was not even involved in the fucking fight. He was in his room on the laptop. He was in his room on the school laptop doing something. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but Jason claimed that he was doing something that he shouldn't have been doing on his school laptop, and that's why he hit him. But that anger came from a fight that you two had. So he essentially took that argument and took it out on your child. If you were a true mama bear, you wouldn't have given two flying fucks what kind of state he was in. You would have found somewhere to hide the fucking body. You would have buried his fucking body in the backyard if you were an actually true mama bear that loves and protects her kids. Jesus fuck.
That's why I left him.
Hey, Rena Lynn.
Because I can't do it anymore. I need my peace. You dig? And you want to talk about a man smacking someone when you took Nader back how many fucking times? After he abused the shit out of you? You want to talk about abuse of a child when you've had 2 abortions? Honey, you're the biggest murderer, abusive bitch out there.
Okay, again, another contradiction that I've spoken of before. You are throwing the fact that someone had an abortion in their face. You are shaming someone for having an abortion. When you were allegedly this paragon of women's liberty, women should be able to choose what they do with their bodies. They should be able to choose if they want to have an abortion or not. But yet, here you are, abortion shaming Foodie Beauty. Okay, alright, sure.
Don't come and judge me, okay? My kids are still alive, yours are dead. You see how she keeps breeding up my children?
I bet your kids wish they were dead.
No, hitting is not abuse, it's discipline. I didn't like it.
I was raised in a generation where spanking was considered a form of discipline. Times have changed. Times have changed. People's understanding of child psychology has changed. While I do not believe in the permissive hands-off participation trophies that's going on right now, no, I don't. But at the same time, I also do not believe that striking a child is going to do them any type of benefit. Especially when the child probably doesn't know what the fuck they did wrong. Probably does not understand why they're being hit. Hitting is not discipline. Discipline is discipline. What you do is you go in, instead of hitting the child, you take their laptop away. You sit there and say, okay, close your laptop, hand it here. You don't get this for the rest of the night. Or you don't get this for the rest. If it's something that they need for school, yes, give it back to them for school and school only. Monitor what they're doing. You don't go in there and retroactively smack the child because they're doing something on their school laptop. And school laptops don't care if you go on YouTube. They don't. Some schools actually use that as a resource. Like, you can go watch documentaries on YouTube. I've watched a lot of documentaries on YouTube this past week. Well, listen to them, really, because I had them playing while I was in my car. I'm in my van doing work. But I've watched and listened to a lot of documentaries this week because I love hearing about the Tudor era in England. I've watched a ton of documentaries this week on Henry VIII, his 6 wives, mostly Anne Boleyn, because it turns out that my maternal line is actually descended from Mary Boleyn, her sister. So, fun fact, fun Shaw fact. But that's not discipline, Shani. Going into the child's room, not even mentioning what the fuck they were doing wrong, and then smacking them because you're pissed off at your spouse, that's not fucking discipline. That's abuse.
He got what he paid for, and he served his time.
Oh yeah, Hammer Dawn. Yeah, taking the charging cables away from the devices. That way the child can actually watch the battery life go down, go down, go down. That is fun.
The real creme de la creme is when she recently went on a rant about my dieting and eating habits, claiming she's working on herself and I am not doing anything to help myself.
No, you're not doing anything to help yourself. Shall we show the hours and hours of you eating yourself to an early grave?
What about the hours and hours of you admitting that you can no longer get up and go to the bathroom? What about the live stream where you forgot to mute yourself while you were using the shit bucket? Quote unquote, forgot. I don't believe you actually did forget. I think you left it unmuted intentionally. But it didn't have the effect that you wanted it to do, where you thought it would shame Rev. No, it shamed you because you were using a shit bucket. What about the fact that you told Jason in that same audio that he better wipe your ass good because he's going to be eating it later? Yeah, okay.
That's the creme de creme? It's me criticizing your eating habits? Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. You're the one who came after me first. And now you're talking like you're some kind of victim. You're not a victim.
Neither are you.
Certainly not with me, you're not a victim.
Neither are you.
Honey, you're the perpetuator. You're the abuser. You're the bully.
So are you.
I'm just sticking up for myself.
Projection at its
hateful,
finest.
evil woman like you, who uses Islam as an excuse to be around a man who wants to fuck other women. Just like you tried to force yourself on Nader, you're trying to buy another man, and it's never gonna work, because guess what? I guarantee he thinks I'm prettier than you.
Yeah, with your, 2.5 front teeth. Okay.
And he loves his big boobied women. Because it's not the truth. It's spreading lies.
Channy, you literally cannot stand up. You cannot wipe your ass.
You see how she's being an ableist here? I can't stand up. I cannot wipe my ass. At least I don't shit my pants in Thailand after gorging a bunch of fucking 7-Eleven food and...
No, but you did admit to shitting your pants after you indulged in a lot of fucking marijuana. Don't think the internet has forgotten that, Channy. You shit your pants too. Maybe it wasn't gorging on food like Foodie Beauty, which I honestly do believe that you probably did gorge on food, but because pot will give you the fucking munchies. From what I understand, I've never actually done pot myself, but all the stories I've heard, it gives you the munchies. But you admitted to shitting your pants on stream after that 420 stream. You came online crying about how you shit your pants. You are not someone who needs to be calling somebody else out for shitting their pants. Oh my god. Now, I will say this much. Mama Shaw has shit her pants before, but Mama Shaw has the excuse that she has had rectal cancer. And the treatments for the rectal cancer, which included intense radiation therapy, damaged the muscles around her sphincter, so she cannot actually hold the feces in her colon like most people can when they feel the urge to shit. She can't hold it that long. So when she feels the urge to shit, she has to go shit right then, or she will shit her pants. But you don't have that excuse, Shani. Neither does Chantal. You don't have any excuse other than the fact that you were fucking blasted out of your goddamn mind for shitting your own fucking pants. You are not somebody at all who needs to be calling anybody else out about shitting their pants. And we all know that Chantal can't wipe her own ass either. I mean, have you seen the arm to fat ratio? Yeah, there's no way she's reaching around all that shit to wipe her own ass.
Sitting in it, and then wearing the same thing for days after I shitted in my fucking outfit. Like you. You couldn't even take a shower.
I want to say Hammer Dawn. Mama Shaw is 65. I want to say she's not that old, but I mean, she had colorectal cancer back in 2019. And like I said, the treatment for the colorectal cancer, one of those treatments was intense radiation therapy, which actually did damage the muscles around her sphincter. Not to mention the fact she had a colostomy that she had reversed after, she healed up some, and she was deemed cancer-free from the colorectal cancer, so.
Power with your shitty ass.
You sit there all day making excuses yourself.
What excuses am I making? I ain't making no excuses. I'm doing the thing that you should be doing, but you decided not to do it because you'd rather stuff food in your mouth.
As to why you are too disabled to take care of your own children.
I make excuses to why I'm too disabled to take care of my children. Woman, woman. Having arthritis all over your body isn't an excuse. Okay? And I don't spend every day of my life giving excuses on why I can't take care of my children. I know I can't take care of my children. But it doesn't even matter with that. It don't even matter with that. I don't use excuses on why I'm too disabled for it. I know I'm disabled.
You're not disabled.
What the fuck do you expect? Like someone breaks in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Shaw of Thirst chat, and Shanny if she ever comes across the stream, please direct your attention to the sparkly lettering that is currently above the video. Lazy cunt is not a disability. I will repeat, the sparkly lettering above the video itself. Lazy cunt is not a disability. It's just not. I'm sorry, Shanny.
House, I can't walk right. My kids are in the house. How am I supposed to defend them? Okay? I can't drive anymore because my ankle can't move right because of the osteoarthritis.
All right, Sophie, you go and have fun doing your chores. Love you too, darling. I'll see you later.
So how am I supposed to get my kids anywhere if I can't drive?
You chose to stop driving. You chose to allow your driver's license to lapse. You actually have no valid form of identification currently. You don't even have a fucking state ID. You chose to stop driving, much like Amber Lynn chose never to learn how to drive. You chose to stop driving. That was a choice that you made.
Would you shame a paralyzed person? Because they have kids and they like, I need someone to help me with my kids. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't know what you are talking about.
Neither do you! Hey, chicken tender. How you doing, honey?
Shame me. I don't use excuses.
Well, Hammer Dawn, they're not in separate houses. There's no way that Shanny and Jason are in separate houses. So Jason's still wiping her ass, but I mean, if we're to believe that they are in separate residences, dragging her ass on the carpet might be a little bit too much work. I think she's just kind of wiping it on that chair she's sitting in.
Okay. I have osteoarthritis and fibromyalgia, and it's one of the most painful fucking existence that you could ever think of.
There are parents, there are mothers who have children who have osteoarthritis and fibromyalgia. They also have more debilitating conditions than you have, which most of your conditions can actually be solved, much like mine. Most of your conditions can actually be solved, if not, lessened, if not solved, by you losing weight.
Very debilitating shit.
Meanwhile, I've seen women in wheelchairs with no limbs take better care of their kids. You have zero room to educate anyone on any type of care themselves.
What women in wheelchairs do you know taking care of their kids, Foodie? Name names. Bullshitter. You're full of shit.
There have been people who have been in your chats who have said their disabilities that they have, but yet they still take care of their kids. Worse quote unquote disabilities than you have. But you brush them off and sit there and say, oh, you don't actually have that shit. There have been people in your chats that have said that shit, but you brush them off because you don't want to actually take care of your children. You have a long-standing pattern of behavior where you want other people to take care of your children for you while you use them to garner donations from the people that watch your streams. Your mother has said this. Chris has said this. Your ex-husband. Multiple people from your past have actually said you expect other people to take care of your children. But now you don't have the other people in your life to thrust your children upon. So you decided to thrust them upon the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, which, I mean, I'm actually kind of glad that you did give them up. I wish you'd done it earlier before they could be truly damaged, but better late than never, I suppose.
Guaranteed, the wheelchair lady has people helping her with her kids.
Hello, John Morgan.
Because
Yes, I am a
medical
Gordian.
professionals will tell you that. Social workers will tell you that. You're full of shit, and you're lying through your teeth just to try to get to me. I know you too well. You don't know me as much as I know you, girl.
That is parasocial, Shanny. You sit there and tell people who react to you that they don't know your life. They don't know you. But yet you're sitting here saying that someone that you have only watched online, that you have never actually met in person, someone that you have only watched online, you're saying that you know more about her. That is parasocial. You are in a parasocial relationship with Foodie Beauty while calling out other people for allegedly being in a parasocial relationship with you. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Know that.
Or pets. Let's hear what this other skinny queen has to say. Yella.
Right.
Oh, I need to have my snacks. I need to have my snacks. I need to go and eat. I need to go and eat. People need to eat. Then eat properly. Or shut the fuck up about this diet and shit. Because what you're doing is you're damaging people, and you're giving false information out to people who are actually trying to fucking fix their lives.
She's trying to fix her life.
There's me talking shit to you now. I am trying to fix my life. I want to be able to walk again without severe fucking pain.
Shanny, we've seen you get up. We've seen you walk. We've heard you walk around that house. We've seen you stand up. And you didn't do any more of the moaning and groaning. You just went, ow, 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 ow. I do that. That's similar to some of the noises that I might make. And another wonderful screenshot up on the screen there. But, that's similar to the noises that I would make. And again, like I said, I am a fat fuck. I am a fat fuck. And I'm also 42 years old. I am considered middle-aged. And I'm also a fat fuck. I'm not going to sit there and say that my back hurts because of osteoarthritis. No, it hurts because I'm a fat fuck and I'm in middle age.
I want to be able to lose weight and feel good in my skin again. Which I have been. Because I ain't giving up this Ozempic thing like you, Foodie. Chantal! All you do is fucking eat, Chantal. You don't try to take care of yourself. You're on a fucking diet for 2 days that we know of.
Okay.
While you're getting chips every couple days. Getting chocolate.
Yeah.
Slathering all your food in fucking cream, cheese, butter, fucking shit. And neglect. You neglect your own ass.
Uh-huh.
Every day you're neglecting your ass. Every day you're not taking care of yourself. Every day you're giving your audience excuse after excuse and after excuse. And giving people who have actual problems. Now I know why she said I give excuses for my, my disabilities. Now I know why she said that. You didn't like what I said, did you, Foodie? Because you know what I'm saying is true.
Well, I mean, just like every other reaction channel knows, you know what they're saying is true, which is why you so vehemently have to feel like you have to go on the defensive anytime someone says something negative about you. You know that what people are saying is true. That's why you block people in your chat who come in and say those things. Because you know it's true. It's not false. You know it's true. Again, paraphrasing a quote from Tyrion Lannister, Game of Thrones, wonderful character, wonderful actor, Peter Dinklage, love that guy. When you remove a man's tongue, you are not telling others that he is telling the truth. You're telling others that you're afraid of what he might say. You're essentially doing the same fucking thing in your own goddamn chat. And I'm taking a screenshot of that sanctimonious look of hers. Saint Shanny Sandolphin. Getting a screenshot of that.
That's on you, girl. Information and putting their lives in danger.
That's rich coming from you, Shanny.
That's rich coming from you, Shanny. That was as fake. That's so fake, girl. That laugh is so fake. Do you know how disingenuous you're coming off?
You get fake laughs all the fucking time, Shanny. You give fake fucking laughs all the goddamn time. The fuck are you talking about? Sorry, excuse me. For some reason, my breath caught in my throat. You are the disingenuous queen. You're the queen of whatever. I can't English today.
as rich as the butter and cream I use in my cooking. Alright, now the most obvious fat hypocrite of our world is none other than the potato.
Alright, that's the end of me, I guess. That's all you got? That's all you got is a big old nothing burger. That's all you got is a nothing burger. Yeah, Foodie said she was being phony about the cameo. Guess what, Beezers? That means she's phony with all of you too, because I am a Beezer. I just talked about a cat being spayed, but she wanted to bring it. She wanted to be big old tough. Oh no, someone's
No, I think what you were mainly mad about, and I think the whole impetus for this entire rage stream, isn't the fact that she made a few offhanded comments during a live stream based on what people in her chat were telling her. I think it's because you are mad because the person that you idolize and you love isn't singing your praises. I mean, I'm just surprised you didn't have this type of violent reaction when Cinnamon Toast Ken did his video. But, you know, they were reading shit off of Kiwi Farms. Not reacting to, like, your videos or not, you know, just doing a simple, voiceover video. But you're mad because Foodie Beauty was not kissing your ass, basically. Not defending you. She was actually saying shit that other reaction channels have been saying for years. That's what you're mostly mad about. I think that's, you have hurt feelings because your idol isn't idolizing you back.
Talking something that's regarding my subject, I'm gonna be all narcissistical, and I'm gonna go and hurt someone. Speaking of which, the reason why I contacted Chantal on Cameo was because I wanted to give her support.
No, it was because you wanted her to shout out your channel name in hopes that it would bring Beezers to your channel. That's what you were wanting. That's the only reason you did any of the fucking cameos. And don't be fooled, people. Her and Rev spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on these cameos just to have these people shout out her name. Shout out her channel. What? Not even Jason's channel, too. Just Shanny for Christ. Not even Jason's channel, really. That's all they wanted. They just wanted the attention that would come from having, you know, these celebrities shout out their channel names so that way they could go take those later and say, oh, look, this person knows about my channel. They're paid to say that. If you pay somebody on a cameo to say a particular thing, they're going to say it. I've seen a few of Josh Keaton, who does the voice of Anduin from World of Warcraft, and he has basically said what the people tell him to say. Doesn't mean he believes it, doesn't mean that he knows who this person is, even if he says their name. No, it just means he was paid to say something and he said it.
I wanted to tell her to keep doing her, and she can lose weight, and she can, because I did. Dude, before I got on the Ozempic, I lost 20 pounds by myself without Ozempic.
Then why couldn't you just continue to do that, Shani? Why do you, if you were able to lose that much weight, if you were able to lose that much weight, why the fuck do you need the Ozempic? You obviously have shown, if you can lose 20 pounds, I don't know how long it took you to lose that 20 pounds, but if you can lose that weight, then why can't you just do it on your own without the Ozempic? Is it because you know that's false? Could be.
Now that I'm on Ozempic, I'm going to lose even more because I'm living a clean life. My food intake has been very clean for the last few months. And
show it or shut up.
I stayed on the plan. I worked hard to do it.
You've maybe taken 2 doses of Ozempic. Maybe taken 2 doses of Ozempic. You've not been on the plan long enough for you to be this haughty about it. Come back to me when you've been on Ozempic for a few months. Come back and be this haughty and this, you know, when you have actually lost a substantial amount of weight. When it's a noticeable amount of weight. Because we've seen your body, Shani, when you did those quote-unquote sit-ups. Which, I mean, of course, If you were truly disabled, you wouldn't have been able to do even one of those quote-unquote sit-ups. You wouldn't have been able to get down on the floor because apparently you need help just to go to the bathroom and wipe your ass. Last time I checked, my great-grandmother, who needed help to go to the bathroom and wipe her ass because she was like 96 years old, she could not get down on the floor and do fucking sit-ups. Anybody in the nursing home that I took care of when I was a CNA in the nursing home that needed help going to the bathroom and cleaning themselves up, they could not get down on the floor and do fucking sit-ups. So come back to me whenever you do all that, okay?
Does she ever support me? No. Every single time someone talks shit about me, she talks shit back at me. And I still supported her ass. I still supported her ass. She pretended to when she was here, Jess. I don't take sides, just what I saw. Exactly. When she came in my room, she was acting all friendly and loving me. And I'm not gonna give Foodie a hug box, especially when it comes to my kids and my parenting. And me seeing her go after other people's kids and their parenting.
Again, Shani, there is no evidence anywhere on the internet of you going after Foodie Beauty for talking about anybody else's kids or parenting. You agreed with her for the most part. If anything, you supported her views. The only reason you're so up in arms about it now is because she's talking about you. And your lack of parenting, I should say. That's the only reason why you're so pissed off right now. It's not because she's talking about someone's kids or their parenting style or anything like that. It's because she's talking about you and yours. That's the only reason. If she was saying this about YouTube Underground and her kids, you would be all for it. You'd be like, yeah, girl, get her. She don't deserve them kids. Them kids need to go to CPS foster care. Get her. But since it's about you, your narcissistic brain can't handle that. So you decide to go on the warpath about it because it's about you, particularly.
She was treated well in this community. She was.
Oh yeah, I see, Miss Mud Duck. I have not actually made our announcement. And we only have like 10 minutes left of the stream. Ladies and gentlemen of the Shaw of Thirst chat, guys, gals, non-binary pals, Draven of the Draven's Crypt channel is in fact a weenie. Yes, you heard that correctly. Draven of the Draven's Crypt channel is in fact a weenie. This has been the Shaw of Thirst with a public service announcement. Thank you for listening, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled shit show. Hey, Miss Mud Duck.
I've given that girl so much of my time, my energy, sticking up to her from monsters. All right? Exactly, Jess, I am gonna lose the weight, and I'm gonna show her how it's done. I'm gonna be the first girlie to lose the weight, and strut it, and flaunt it, and be proud of myself that I did it, and I am doing it.
Then do it. Have this same energy 6 months from now, and show off the fact that you've lost so much weight.
Like you, I'm not gonna quit Ozempic because it makes my tummy feel ill. Unlike you, I'm not gonna quit Ozempic because I want to shovel food in my mouth. I'm not a binge eater. Never was. I'm just a woman who suffers from debilitating arthritis and fibromyalgia. And it's hard for me to move. Very hard for me to move.
Shani, if there's one thing I have learned from watching Shauna Steele and his reactions to my 600 pounds life, it's that calorie intake is more important than, especially when you're this size, the size that you are, is more important than being able to exercise. If you were able to cut down on your calorie intake, you would lose weight rapidly, which is why a lot of obese people are being prescribed Ozempic. It's because it curbs your appetite. It makes it so that way you are not addicted to food. It curbs that addiction chemical. That's why Dr. Now, whenever someone comes in on my 600-pound life, gives them some light exercises to do, because he is aware that a lot of overweight, obese people do have mobility issues. He gives them like some light exercises they can do in a chair or in their bed or something like that. And then he gives them a very caloric limited diet. Very limited. Usually it's about 12,000 calories. Or 1,200 calories, I should say. Yeah, 1,200 calories. Usually it's about, it's about 1,000 calories. Because he understands that at your size, just limiting the amount of calories that you intake in a day will cause you to lose weight. So if you were truly limiting your diet, you would be losing weight anyway, even without getting up and moving. And then there are, of course, light exercises that you can do from a chair or from your bed. You could get the resistance bands. You can get some resistance bands and do like arm exercises, leg exercises, build that muscle back up. Especially for people who have been bedbound or have had limited mobility, they need to build that muscle back up in order for them to be able to get up and walk around. Most doctors and dietitians understand this. Most people who work with bariatric obese patients understand this. They understand that there is going to be a limit to what an obese person can do physically. So that's why they usually give them resistance bands to exercise with. So that way they can do arm exercises. That way they can do leg exercises from their bed or from a chair. You could be doing that, but you choose not to.
Very painful experience. My bones are locked up. My ankles are fused. My knees are disintegrating. My hips are constantly clicking out of place. You know how painful that is? My back is always sore. My shoulders.
Yeah, Shanny, my back's always sore too. It's called being overweight and middle-aged. Mostly overweight. I say this from the perspective of a fat ass. My back hurts too. I can only, in fact, one of the stories I like to tell is whenever Shanny's Twitch went down. For those of you who are unaware, uninitiated, who are new to this channel, Shanny had a Twitch for a long time, and it actually went down, it actually got banned and taken down, because she decided to show her ass on a stream. Literally. She was sleeping, and she rolled over, and her skirt that she was wearing, well, she was wearing it as a dress, but it rode up, and it showed her ass. I was one of the people that reported that stream. And the only reason I was able to report it at the time of morning that I did report it, which was around 5:30 in the morning, I want to say, between 5 and 5:30, is because I had went to bed early that night, and I can only stay in my bed for so long before my back starts hurting. Before my back says, guess what, bitch, we're getting up. And it just so happened that I was up at that time, and I was like, you know what, let's go check. Shanny's supposed to be doing a 24-hour stream. Let's go check and see what she's up to. And I happened to click on her stream, and there was her ass on the screen. And so I reported it. I reported your ass. But, Shanny, your back hurts because you're fucking overweight, bitch.
Are always hurting. Every day, I'm hurting. 24 hours, I'm hurting. Every day, severe pain.
Because you're fat.
And you know what my prognosis is? It's only going to get worse through time. In 10 years, I'm going to have a double hip replacement surgery. You know,
Shanny, if you continue on the course that you're on, which is increasing your weight year by year, there is no way on God's green earth that any type of surgeon is going to do a double hip replacement on you. First of all, they don't do 2 hip replacements at the same fucking time. They'll do 2 knees at the same time, but they will not do 2 hips at the same time. I have worked in a physical rehab center. I worked there for, I want to say, close to 8 years, 8 or 9 years. I have never, in those years that I worked at that physical rehabilitation center, seen a double hip replacement. No doctor is going to do a double hip replacement on you. First of all, because of your size. Second of all, because it's not something they do. Because a double hip replacement is a different type of joint than doing a double knee replacement. I've seen people with double knee replacements. Never have I seen anybody with a double hip replacement. Never. That doesn't happen. They're not going to do it on someone of your size, because the minute you put weight down, because they're going to have you get up and move around. They're going to have you get up and go to physical therapy and occupational therapy. But the minute that you decide to put weight on those newly made joints, all that work that surgeon did is going to be undone. It's going to all be undone.
You know how painful that is? You know how hard it is to recover from that, Foodie? Okay? I didn't eat myself to be like this. I've been disabled. So my doctor has been trying to figure out with me for, God, what 3 years now? How to get shit going. And I'm going to continue to go. And I'm going to continue to move forward. And I'm going to continue to take care of myself. And I'm going to continue to take care of my sons. And I'm going to continue to do what I need to do.
You're not taking care of your sons. You abandoned your sons. You no longer have any parental rights over your children. Especially the youngest one. You gave up those parental rights. Jason told on you. In a stream. Just after you got the paperwork saying that you weren't going to be... Zach was being permanently, not say adopted, but he's being you lost parental rights, so that way the foster family could be able to get your son, your youngest son, the autistic one, into the proper treatment for his autism. Because otherwise, they would not have been able to do that. They would have to go through all the family courts. But Jason told on you because you were trying to say that they took your parental rights. Jason told on you, saying that when the kids were taken, you had voluntarily gave up your parental rights. You don't have any type of parental or guardianship rights over those children. You're not taking care of them. You've spent this entire fucking stream talking about how you cannot take care of your kids because you're so disabled. But here you are saying, I'm gonna take care of my kids. How? How are you going to take care of your kids? You've lost parental rights to them. You gave those up. Jesus fuck.
To make myself happy, make my sons happy, and be at peace. All you do is think about yourself. I don't. I want to live for my sons. If my sons get married, I want to be there and be able to stand and dance with them at their weddings.
If your sons are smart, as smart as you say they are, they'll have nothing to do with you. I pray and hope to whatever power there is out there, whether it be God, Buddha, flying spaghetti monster, what have you, that your children have nothing to do with you. I would love nothing more than for Chris, your ex-husband, and the best father figure those two boys ever had in their fucking life. I would love for Chris to just come online one day and say, hey, William's here. Because William's going to be the one that's going to age out of the system faster. He's almost, I want to say if he's not already 18, he's almost 18. But I would love for Chris to come online and say, yeah, William's here. We're helping him out. And he would do that because he loved those kids. Loved those children. Absolutely. 100% with all of his being. He married your ass so you could get them back. He has gone on record to say he regrets it. He has gone on record to say that he regrets helping her get her kids back. But he loved those boys. And if your boys are smart, if they're as smart as you say they are, they're going to stay as far fucking away from you as possible and have nothing else to do with you. I would love nothing more than for you to go into your twilight years alone, by yourself, nobody around you. And knowing, except for your emaciated house elf, and knowing that you did it to yourself. I'd love that.
All right? Lisa, get the hell out of here. Nobody wants you in here. You're just a scamming bitch who lies about people. No, I ain't weighing myself until next time I go to the doctor, which is in 2 months. I'm keeping that little secret. For now. And the reason why...
You know what that tells me, Shanny? That means that you don't know what your weight is. That means you have not gotten onto a scale anywhere. Whether it be a doctor's office, your home, an auto parts yard, a veterinary clinic, wherever a scale is big enough to weigh you at. It shows me you have not been on a scale. You don't know your weight.
I do this is because I don't want to stress myself out weighing myself every day or every week and wondering what's going on. No. I want to surprise myself with all the hard work I've been doing on myself. I'll wait for 2 months. In 2 months, I'll take my weight. I'll take even a little picture and let you guys know. Because I know I'm the...
So this was done yesterday. So in 2 months, let's see, that's going to be in January 17th. January 17th, Shanny, I'm going to be looking for that picture. I'm going to be looking for it. Mid-January, I'm going to be looking for that picture. If I do not see that picture, I'm going to call fucking bullshit. I'm already calling bullshit, but you're going to have to show me an image. You're going to have to actually do a video of you stepping onto the scale. Not just a picture of a scale. No, you're going to have to show me a video of you actually stepping onto the scale and showing the number that comes up. And you can even have someone at the doctor's office do the video for you. Be like, hey, look, I just want to have a video of this so I can show my progress to myself. You can video it. You can have the nurse, hold your phone, take a video of it, because you have the phone, apparently. And you have to do a video of you actually stepping onto the scale. And without cuts, show the number that's on that scale. It's the only way I believe that it's actually you.
I'm gonna do this. I know I'm gonna do this. Unlike you, Foodie Beauty, I guarantee I'll be a skinny queen way before you are. Cause see, you want to keep shoveling food down your fucking gullet. You need your constant trough to eat from. You need your rice. We got a lot of rice. That's not good for a diabetic. You should only have a half a cup.
Did you Google that, Shanny?
My blood sugar levels are so high today. Well, maybe it's the candy bars you ate. Don't lie about me and my sons. You don't know what you're talking about. Get off my channel. Like I said, you bring up my son, I'm going to block you. My sons deserve privacy. My sons don't need to be having their personal business out on the internet and be exploited for views. Like you fuckers like doing to me all the fucking time.
Oh, really? Shanny, I was not the one that filmed herself that actually did a fucking live stream of herself driving her oldest son to a crisis center because he was threatening self-harm. Well, of course, I don't have kids, so I can't do any of that, but and nobody else who reacts to you has actually outed their child's sexuality to the entire fucking internet. And nobody else that I've ever seen reacting to you have allowed their children to be on camera with them while they're doing their reactions to you. Dragnot's mentioned his son. Dragnot's talked about his son, mentioned little cute funny stories that his kid does. But his kid isn't in the room with him. His kid isn't on camera with him. Never have I ever seen Little Drag. Never have I heard Little Drag. And during the times when Irate Alex would be streaming, there were some times where he would have to actually go into his Be Right Back screen and mute himself because his child came into the room and needed something. And instead of focusing on the live stream, he instead muted it, went to a Be Right Back screen. He said, oh guys, be right back. Little bear needs something. And then he went and took care of his fucking child. He made sure his child was taken care of instead of making sure that he continues with his stream. You have exploited your children for years, Shanny. Again, there is a video on my channel that I made at the 1 year anniversary that the kids were taken away. The 1 year anniversary. And it shows the clips of Shani doing a live stream while she was driving her oldest son to the crisis center because his oldest son was threatening self-harm. And they were outing his business to the entire fucking internet. And let's not forget the classic, where you laughed in William's face when all he wanted you to do was not talk about him on the internet. When he was begging and crying for you to stop telling his business on the internet. But now you want to be all up in arms about your kids' privacy? Shani, you blew that out of the water years ago.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that the kids deserve to be out on the internet at all. I don't want them out on the internet. I don't want them to ever come online and talk about the shit, be involved in any of this shit. I just want them to live a healthy life away from all this drama. I'm just saying that Shani talking about her kids having privacy is rich coming from someone who just completely blew their privacy out of the water. Years ago.
Stop exploiting people's children and their parenting for your views. Got it? Okay? Right now, Food, you're getting money by exploiting my family. And then you bitch and complain about your family being exploited when you think it's okay to exploit my family?
You exploit your own family.
And here you are talking about obese women being hypocrites. Is it about, are you projecting there? Are you the hypocritical obese woman that's being talked about? I wonder. Because I did shit to you. I was keeping my mind. I was keeping my business. I was keeping what I thought about these things to myself because I didn't want to discourage you. I didn't want to hurt you. Now I don't give a shit because you're exploiting my family for your money in your pocket. Don't ever come to another person and talk about your family being exploited again when you exploited my family. Don't ever come to me.
Yeah, don't exploit Shani's family. That's Shani's job.
And talk about being a parent when you never even gave yourself a chance to be a parent. And God took your womb for it. Okay? Remember that. Allah took your womb. Allah took your womb.
Okay, so not only are you shaming somebody for having an abortion, which again I find rich considering the fact that you and Jason did nothing but bitch and cry and moan when Roe v. Wade was overturned, but now you're also shaming someone who had uterine cancer and had to have a hysterectomy for it. So now, which I will say, I'm not defending Foodie Beauty. I know she is an awful fucking person. You're throwing Shani's shit back in her face. So now you are shaming a person for having an abortion and also for having cancer. That's rich coming from someone who faked having breast cancer for years.
Inshallah. Peace and Maranatha.
Alright, so let's turn this back down because, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the stream. So I'm going to pause this. Please stick around, ladies and gentlemen, for a wonderful, beautiful musical number from the ever-talented and wonderful Burnt Toast. I will see you guys again later on whenever Shani decides to have another rage stream. Thank you for watching. I have been the Shaw of Thirst. You have been my most favoritist of thirst quenchers. I'll see you the next time I decide to stream. Bye-bye.
Dudes, how you doing? I sometimes have a problem with saying stuff before I think about it. I feel like fucking Ken, you know. He is the chain breaker. Well, he should be flattering you. Get flat earthing you.
Perfect.
Cat piss. Breaker. Cat piss. Breaker. Cat piss. Breaker. fucking give me money. That's a fucking beautiful cocksucker. Song is beautiful. Cat piss. Break up. And fucking give me money. Cat piss. Break up. The bra, and I smelt them. I did. And fucking give me money. That's a fucking beautiful cocksucker. Song is beautiful. Cat piss. Break up. Fucking give me money. Cat piss. Break up. And fucking give me money. The bra, and I smelt them. I did.
When you can wear one part of my bra as a hat.
Cat piss. Break up. And fucking give me money. Cat piss. Break up. Cat piss. Break up. And fucking give me money. Cat piss. Break up. And fucking give me money. Cat piss. Break up. And fucking give me money. I cat piss. Break up. And fucking give me money. The bra, and I smelt them. I did. And fucking give me money. That's a fucking beautiful cocksucker. Song is beautiful. Cat piss. That's a fucking beautiful cocksucker. Song is beautiful.